beyond.
Humans, your track has been flagged for copyright. Selecting alternative course.
I just want them bad boys, bad boys. I just want them bad boys, bad boys. I just want them, I just want them, I just want them, I just want them, Kick it like boy. Just want them. Kick it like
Two, the 2021 Summer Slayem Redux EU Championship. We did NA yesterday, and that was great from what I've heard. But now we are moving on with EU 1v1s. I'm here with my co-caster Polly Monto, one of our streamers as well for the regular Brody streams. How are we feeling, Polly?
I'm doing amazing. I'm hyped. I just for this entire period that we've been preparing for casting, I've just been looking at the players, and I'm so excited to be able to cast some of these. We have some crazy names in the tournament today.
Oh, absolutely. And from what I can see, we are going to be starting with Acno versus Piggy. Acno, the obvious favorite here. He is the #1 PR player in EU so far. Pavsky is working on overtaking him, but he is not playing in this tournament, so Acno has free reign. And Piggy, Piggy is a known top 32 player. I'm not exactly sure what they play, but we are seeing them on this Sentinel here. So
Yeah, we're seeing Bodvar on. We're seeing Acno on the Bodvar, which definitely isn't very unfamiliar either.
Yep.
Starting off here, Acno managed to grab the first weapon.
Wow.
Oh, nice side sig. That just barely managed to hit him. So far, pretty hefty damage lead coming out from Acno here.
It's incredible how well he's able to punish these guitars, considering how fast the weapon is. An insane call out there.
That side sig was able to recognize that very, very quickly, that he was able to punish it with that. Sign that he's very comfortable with Bodvar. Even though, I mean, I know that Acno is someone that can play Bodvar, but I haven't seen him play him that often in tournament. I think in Fool's Gold, I don't think we saw him on the Bodvar pick a single time.
Yeah, he was Koji and then he was Val. That's it. Oh, the clash is gonna end Acno's stock there. However, Piggy is at a massive deficit. Like, he might be able to bring this back with these guitars. Never mind, swapping out to the hammer for weapon start.
Acno doesn't need a lot now to be able to bring down the stock. He has the sword as well, which is probably a good option against the hammer. Needs to get one good punish, and that could have been the kill. Oh wow, I actually thought that wouldn't kill. That was a nice weapon throw. Did manage to take the stock off. Deciding to stay on the hammer now.
I love that tiny addition of the thrown sword going out from the hammered sideline.
I don't know if that was intentional, but I would not be surprised if it was. Oh, that's really unfortunate. He's not going to be able to recover back from that. It's a lot closer now.
Acno went for a risky hammer recovery there, and Piggy did a perfect dodge to get out of that. So that's props to him. He managed to reverse it and even it out, mostly.
Acno preferably wants to take down the stock right here. Wasn't able to. Managed to get the stomps there. Piggy now is in very dangerous territory. Managed to get back up with the GC side sig on the hammer. Ser just barely missed. True combo isn't quite enough to kill. Tries to go for the weapon throw again. Doesn't work, but the downlight ground pound is going to be enough to take down his stock.
Incredibly calculated there from Acno. He knew he could force out the dodge weapon throw, and then Pig was just defenseless. He had to use the recovery, which Acno then promptly punished.
Just a nice sequence of doing pretty much the best option, like 6 times in a row. Which is, to be fair, one of the things Acno does best. He's just so consistently very good at making the correct decisions and doing the most optimal thing.
Absolutely, and that is no easy feat. Don't get me wrong. He needs insane reaction times to do that. But we are going to be seeing a swap over to the Koji. No common weapons with his previous pick. Let's see how it works out.
We're also seeing quite a contrast in the map as well. We now have 3 platforms, whereas before we had 0. I'm wondering how this could potentially benefit Piggy. I
guess he's going to be looking for that control with the bow from the Nair, recovering the neutral light. I feel like that's going to benefit him a lot.
Oh, that ground pound did not hit him. I think he really tried to dash jump over and hit him. That's actually a clean stock. It took me this long to realize. He just clean stalked Acno. He is complete.
And from a loss as well.
Yeah. The micro spacing is on point so far.
Acno is looking to bring it back though. Sword recovery is off the top, really close going.
Acno now. Kinda almost desperately trying to take down Piggy's stock. We see he's running towards him a lot. There we go. Garrison quite enough. Tries to follow it up. Manages to. That was a nice GC. Those are really difficult to land, so you should have some. He deserves respect of that.
Absolutely, and that is the optimal option for this map, seeing as the kill ceiling is incredibly high.
Nice there. Piggy now trying to land. Of course, against the hammer there, it can get quite difficult. Now it's all of a sudden turned around because, I mean, the Enlight on bow is also not something you want to land against. Ooh, nice GCD seg.
He has been consistently be able to catch out Acno's dodges and going for the recovery, this time KOing off the top. That's incredible on this map.
Piggy, I would say what is helping Piggy here with his new weapon picks. He noticed probably that Acno is able to outmaneuver him on his Sentinel pick, whereas with these way faster weapons, he might be more comfortable micro-spacing Acno, which I think is why we're seeing him play a lot more confidently.
That could definitely be the case. However, Acno has managed to bring it back, and now we are in this sword zero position where both players are just trying to, you know, put each other outside of the stage and destroy each other.
He's
Acno's stopping over for another sword.
Managed to grab the downlight. Nice dash to follow up into that. Or well, lead into that.
The game is really slowed down here. People going, they're just going into footsies and trying to bait each other out right now. Although a lot of hits are getting traded, but it's just damage trading. Nobody's getting an advantage.
Acno is on the hammer now though, meaning if he does get a trade, he's most likely going to get more damage, which is probably a good choice from him.
Stomps here are likely going to KO here as well, so that's probably what he's going to be looking for. Never mind, down there up top.
Really
it's just a constant back and forth, yeah.
I think they're both trying to play the vertical game because they know that they're gonna have a harder time killing at that point. That manages to kill. I really thought he would be able to get back from that, but he's not.
He went for an insanely risky option. He went for the D-Light down there into the chase out recovery, which can be true at certain damages. However, Piggy did not manage to pull it off, leading to his demise since he didn't have the recovery to get back to stage. And that is going to be a 2-0 clean for Acno. Had a bit of trouble in that second match, but he managed to bring it back. Oh,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this could just be me who's not completely read up. I'm not really caught up with who Piggy is, but considering this performance against Acno, he is for sure someone to fear.
Piggy is definitely one to watch out for, and we are potentially going to be seeing more of them since they are going into the losers bracket. Not knocked out yet, since this is winner's side currently.
I'm trying to see who are we going to see next?
I do believe that it is going to be Viper and Fido, but that is yet to be decided.
Hardly.
Summer Slayem, it is Summer Slayem Redux as a callback to the age-old Bago tournament that was going on a while ago. It and the name Summer event. That's what's happening right now. We are getting the Heatwave event currently. So, how do you feel about that? What do you think about the event?
Man, Heatwave. This could just be because I play way too much Brawlhalla, but whenever the Heatwave comes out, it's like I get that feeling that yeah, summer is really here. Wow, I accidentally just joined the game.
Absolutely. I love the new skins. Honestly, the Petra looks amazing, and the Zaryo, man, he looks so comfy in that Hawaiian shirt. And the old ones coming back are excellent as well. Dog Days Mordex in particular. I just can't get enough of it.
People are sleeping on the Ryan. to be honest. The Orion skin, looking pretty clean. It reminds me of that one Lin Fei skin. So maybe if you are an Orion main and you have a friend that plays some Lin Fei, you could probably get a nice skin match going in 2v2.
I don't know. In terms of Orion, I think I prefer the new Cyber Oni, the Japanese inspired one. That one looks pretty sick.
Yeah. Podium though, what do you think of the podium?
I haven't actually looked into it too much, but now that I look at it, it is quite sick. I love the color scheme of it. It's similar to the gray color scheme, like for players, and I feel like that's a pretty underused one that deserves more love.
We're seeing the players get into the lobby now. We're of course seeing Viper and Fry. Tell me a little bit about these players, Evo.
Of course I won't. Well, Viper, no name, old name. He has played in a lot of tournaments. He's placed well. Most recently, in particular, in the Spring Championship, he got 7th. Barely getting into top 8, but top 8 in a major is an insane achievement. So props to him. Meanwhile, Ferdaso, not as high placements. Like he did. Oh, never mind. He did actually go 7th. He didn't used to get that high placements. He was a top 32 player a while ago, but recently he has been climbing up the ranks, getting 7th, equal to Viper in Spring Championships.
Definitely a player to keep an eye out for now in recent times. Definitely someone, well, I would say an upcoming player, really. He seems to have a lot of potential. So maybe, you know, he tried to redeem himself against Viper, which is a more OG player. He's trying to show that the pro scene of Brawlhalla is about to get some fresh air.
Oh, it absolutely is getting fresh air, especially considering this crazy offstage going on right now. Viper evidently losing out in the damage exchange, but he's quickly making it back with these punches.
Fry, one of the few players that consistently still play Scythe in tournament. I know that it's not really a super popular pick, as if you would look back maybe half a year, Scythe would have been a lot more popular. Now it's definitely a less few people that play it. A lot of respect to Fry for really sticking to his roots and deciding to still play Scythe.
Sticking to his roots, as opposed to Viper though, coming in here with this Rano Wu Shang. That's super out there for him, in my opinion. But we are going to be seeing both players disarming each other with weapon throws. Viper outside of stage, Fry manages to pick up the orb and he's going to be edgeguarding him.
Managed to grab the dodge. Could have gone for the double, but you know, he doesn't need it. That would have been enough. Gonna switch to the gauntlets now, probably hoping. So he's in the stock lead, so I would imagine that Viper is gonna try to go for something pretty crazy, most likely, to try to solidify his lead. Just switch to the spear, so that might not be his game plan.
I'm pretty sure he was just trying to weapon start with that spear pickup. Nice unarmed damage there, pushing Fry off stage, managed to get back with Scythe.
Oof. Really good neutral game from Viper at the moment. That D-Light does manage to pick up Viper though, which is going to end his stock.
The orb serving as a weapon start and as a distraction.
Gets very lucky with the weapon. Almost manages to take Viper down, Fry down immediately. Not quite though.
That was an insane play from Viper there, by the way. He actually needed to land that recovery for a chase dodge, otherwise he wasn't making it. And now he seems to be in the upper hand. Never mind, Viper versus with a sider, and Fry does not have anything to get back. Back to Gauntlet.
Gonna stick with gauntlets. Nice recovery from Fry. Punishes the whiff there. Oof! That was a nice
neutral sig. I know that Wushang neutral sig, it can be used, but it has a lot of active frames. So if you get caught without hitting it, you might get punished big, like Viper just did.
Good on gameplay from Viper. Managed to give a small lead, but not a very big one. However, Fry simply does not care. He's going to hit him a couple of times to remove this lead completely. keeps just hitting Viper around. Viper really struggling to find any air whatsoever in the game right now.
Incredible stage control coming out from Fry and Yorb. Over to the side, maybe looking for that finish with a strong signature.
I think he was trying to read a jump, but jump didn't come out. Managed to grab the down lane. Gonna try to get the KO now. Oof! He managed to recover from that. That was very close.
I'm surprised that Fry didn't commit for that offstage, considering the small walls and the fact that Viper didn't really have that many options left. Now he's in a precarious position as he is the one on the walls. Sidesick barely gets out-prioritized by that sidelight, and that's gonna be the recovery to finish off a stock. Fry takes the first game.
Well played to both of the players. That was a really fun game. It was really hard to tell who to favor because it kept going back and forth.
It was really dynamic, absolutely. The thing is, I would say this is an upset, but it actually isn't, since they did rank equal in spring championships. So that this is just an even matchup now. Anybody's game.
The only slight downfall of Viper was some of those. I wouldn't say obvious, but he made some pretty major mistakes, especially that Gauntlet GC Ensig. So the question is if he's going to be able to adapt to what Fry will try to do to counter what it is he is doing. If he's able to adapt to that, then, you know, I think Viper still has a really, really strong chance. He's playing very well.
Yeah, I reckon he just needs to tone down the Sigs a bit more. He just needs to play it more safe with blind attacks.
For sure. Fry is on the first weapon. They're gonna be committing to the weapon starve.
Viper is scrambling to get our weapon here. Fridasoul getting extremely lucky with the weapon spawns. The one bit of RNG, and it's working completely against Viper. Man.
Fry also, I think Fry barely wanted to even try to commit to attacking him there, because if he's stuck in end frames, then he's not going to be able to keep the weapon start going. Almost an instant turnaround from Viper there. Damage is even. Almost manages to grab that KO, but not quite.
And that is why Fry doesn't want Viper to get a weapon, because once he does, that's what happens.
Yeah. Dude, Viper's gauntlets are lethal. What is this?
This is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen him on gauntlets, and suddenly pulling out this Rana Wu Shang. That's crazy, especially because I main it. I'm pretty happy to see this, not gonna lie.
I managed to get this side to Ensig, which is going to be the first KO of Viper. Of course, we're beating the cycle. Not quite though, as Fry doesn't manage to weapon starve him. Now he is the one without a weapon. This is a very dangerous position to be in for him.
Luckily though, once again, the RNG blessed Fridasoul with a weapon. And now he's going to town and Viper with his side. Managed to get past him, but... Wow.
The shrug it's on.
Giving a bit of a shrug. That neutral sig looks slightly jank. But you gotta take what you can get in tournament.
That is true. Again now, I can't see Viper really trying to commit to the weapon starve. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what his reasoning is.
I don't think he's too phased by Fry having a weapon. I think he trusts himself. I don't think he needs Fry to give Fry the handicap of being unarmed in order to win this. Oh man, could have gone for a double there, I'm pretty sure, unless he didn't have a dodge. Oh wow, that orb sider drop.
Very even right now. The intense neutral that EU is so known for after all. Oh, that D-Sig manages to grab. Slight bit of movement reads there.
Honestly, Enchantress D-Sig is not as cool as Fate D-Sig. I feel like Fate D-Sig is nicer, like just wrapping him up as a birthday present and popping him off. Regardless though, we are getting into everybody's last stock seemingly. Fry managed to go to his second a tad bit longer though. That recovery is not going to be quite enough to KO.
See. Oh, that Sarah manages to catch him. Viper again with the. I always love it when you see pros taunting mid game because it, in a way, it kind of reminds you that they're human. They're not actually just robots programmed to do the most optimal option at all times.
It's great, man. Viper just going for
That's
that
what it can
breakdown.
feel like. Especially if you're a bit of a lower player. I remember when I was, you know, gold. At a time I thought it looked like they were playing a different game than Brawlhalla. The way they're playing this game.
Yeah, they just do stuff that you think is impossible. Meanwhile, they just have the experience to know and the muscle memory to input all of these crazy things. Meanwhile, however, Viper keeping the game close, taking a tad bit of a damage lead, but fracking even at any moment here.
Fry being very generous with the approaches and Viper struggling a bit to punish them. Managed to get the N-Sig on Spear though. And tried to commit nice weapon throw to cancel his recovery. That was really beautiful.
Gonna pick up the orb now. This is it, dude. This is winner's bracket stock for Viper. He needs to put us out.
Oh, there didn't reach. It was very close.
Oh wow! Fardaso did not have a dodge there. He got caught without a recovery, without a dodge. And Viper just managed to place that weapon pro beautifully to even up the game and keep himself alive in the set.
First 1v1 for the stream. I mean, there's a first for everything. I love these fight games. They're absolutely amazing. They could go either way. We're still seeing the exact same picks. So the question is, I don't know if the history will repeat itself. Apparently not, because Fry just decided to ban Demon Island. So he's probably going to try to see how Viper will react on a different stage. However, I don't think the difference will be that significant, considering Viper is more of an OG player. He probably has consistent experience across all of the maps, let's be real.
Honestly, I disagree with his decision. I feel like Demon Island was working out pretty well for him because Fry wasn't really committing to those offstage plays, and Viper was getting some heavy offstage damage. But let's see, he's the pro player. I am not. He should know better.
We can just say that about every single situation when we're casting. I don't know, they're the pro player, we're not. Oof, nice punish. That looked really close to me. The way he was able to GC downlight that orb side sig.
I don't know if that was a reaction, because if it was, then he should know that that side stick hits low. You know he was high with the GC. We're going him.
Viper really looking for the side stick to take this stock down.
It is insanely fast and strong, so he has all the right to look for it. And that there, by the way, that was a hallmark of a great spear player, hitting that there into air. You know that somebody else can play spear when they do that.
I feel like the entire time they just switch around who is chasing who. It really does look like that.
It's like a Scooby-Doo episode where they're chasing the monster.
Yeah, really.
Oh man, Fry does manage to get the KO, and he is looking to build up damage onto Viper.
Ooh, nice gauntlet Duran Pan, able to take the stock down.
Had a bit of
Because-
panic there from Fry. He was scared, so he went off the wall. He was safe if he just stuck to it.
I would also be scared. It's a 1-1 situation. You really don't want to be entering top 8 on loser's side. I mean, if you win this game, you have made the top 8. If you go to loser's side, it's not even completely certain if you're going to make top 8.
Absolutely. Honestly, it literally doesn't matter. The mechanical skill between these players is the exact same, nearly across the board. So the only thing that matters is for you to just keep that strong mental and for you to not break down and do dumb plays like that because of panic. Righto does seem to be keeping this small lead that he has built up over time. Going for that nair out of the sidelight. I don't know why, considering the fact that Cider is likely gonna kill just like that. Taking the stock.
Probably gonna be sticking to the scythe, probably looking for something pretty major to solidify his lead, which Scythe is pretty good at. Struggling to be able to break Viper's bubble, so to speak. Right now. Ooh, the side sig managed to hit. I'm not sure, did he get a single hit during that? He did. See that on his thought. That was very well played by Viper.
That's quite interesting because last time in game 1, when Fry finished off Viper's last stock, it was that exact same situation, D-Light versus Spear Side Sig. And Fry won out in that situation, not here though.
Nice spear downlight. Managed to catch the dodge. Managed to get the double downlight off of it, the recovery. Tries to follow it up, but it's not enough to kill.
Oh my goodness, Fry is just in shambles right now. He's trying to get back to the stage. Viper hitting with that low spear toss, going for the gauntlets.
Misses that sig again. Every time I see Viper like charging up a sig, I get so scared because I know that could be detrimental to him.
He could be detrimental to either one of these players, honestly, if it hits or if it misses.
I'm the most biased caster of all time, I swear. Nice downlight stare, able to bring down the stock. That is going to be the set to Viper.
That is honestly quite phenomenal considering the back foot that he was on in game 1. Fry really had the mental advantage back then, but Viper manages to keep his head in the game and managed to just put it out. Really good performance there.
Now, I'm looking on my screen right now, I'm looking at two names. I'm looking at Swara. We know Swara. And I'm also looking at Heartbleed. I'm not sure who this is. Evo, are you sure? Do you know?
I have not heard of Heartbleed. He is in Skyward, which I know is a pretty good clan, but I have not heard the name yet.
This is why these community players are so these community tournaments are always so much fun, because you get to see these potentially upcoming players playing against already solidified pros,
And
which I think we're seeing that now. This might be an upcoming player, you never know.
It does seem to be, considering the level 26.5 Vow, like that is not a lot of XP in that legend, and he's gotten this far, so.
That's some pretty crazy numbers. Swara on the Bodvar. I was expecting an axe or a spear, but I guess we're seeing the Bodvar now. It's going to be.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, he doesn't have Bodvar as his most played legend, so that might be a reason for that.
You can see here, nice punishes coming up from Swara. Pressuring Heartbleed very nicely.
Really trying to go for that bait out on picking up the weapon, but it's not working out for him as Swara is just punishing hard for being unarmed.
Oh, that's not enough to kill. Edge guarding, ready to catch him in a D-light in any way he can. Oh, that doesn't manage to hit. Weapon Pro manages to hit though. Nearly a clean stock from Swara. Amazing neutral game. Great pressure. Heartbleed is going to need something huge to be able to catch it up. And something huge is exactly what he's going for, as he's trying to challenge Swara offstage at the moment. Didn't manage to execute it, but he went there. He got a bit of a damage lead off of that as well.
Swara instantly making it back though, lapping Heartbleed in damage.
Swara now on the hammer. Probably the preferred weapon to be on as Heartbleed is getting later and later into his stock. Really looking for these stomps. Managed to get one. The stomp there will be enough to take down his... Yeah, I hear you chuckling. That was like 6 stomps in a row.
Yeah, Swara just taking away like that clock. Whoa! there is that combo that Piggy failed to execute against Akno, Heartbeat putting it beautiful use against Swada, taking that stock, but he does have a lot to make up here.
That was so unfortunate. He was able to catch his dodge, but he wasn't able to get a lot out of it. Well, not even his dodge. That's a GC. We all know what GCs against Gauntlets can lead to. Swada introducing this set with a very, very well played game against Heartbleed.
Man, that last stock, the way that he took it, is a staple of high-level hammer players. Like, when I see that weapon throw into hammer pickup, into hammer recovery, the only thing that I can think about is Akno, because he loves to use that option.
He really does. I think most hammer mains do.
I don't know, I don't see it a lot when I play ranked, but that's maybe just because I'm a bit too low elo. I'm around 1900 currently in the season.
That could be it. We're seeing the Yumiko switch from Heartbleed.
Once
Two completely
again,
different weapons.
similar to Piggy, just going full out on the swamp.
He's really looking for something new because I mean, obviously that was almost well he failed with the Valve, so I don't think he's very confident in trying to do the exact same thing to him. So he would want to switch something up majorly to try to see if that is going to have any effect.
Good start already, hitting that D-line and sig.
Oof. I love when you see that end game when someone does the side light on the edge into chase dodge share. That's so satisfying to hit and see.
It's amazing. I love hitting the end line Sarah and spear as well in that situation. Wow, creative option there.
Ooh, managed to hit the the infamous hammer recovery off stage.
Absolutely, that hammer recovery is brutal, but props to Heartbleed for that creative GC unit there. Oh man, and that is going to be a second stock going. Went for that risky GC and sig as he heard, but it was too little too late.
Swada right now, I'm not even sure if I'm not even sure. I'm trying to tell what Swada's game plan is. I think his game plan is just to play the game at this moment. Like he's playing the exact same legend, doing the exact same things, and it's going amazingly for him. Heartbleed is really trying to look for something that will give him even the slightest chance. Gonna pick up the bow now to try to take down Swada's stock. Nice GC sideline, wasn't able to follow it up. Managed to get the kill with the recovery. Oh. Holy, what are we looking at? Heartbleed instantly going for something big, which he, to be honest, kind of needs at this point. Manages to execute it fairly well.
He just needed that hammer recovery at the end, but Swada, being wiser, going down below that.
That is going to be the end of the set. 2-0 to Swada. I can't say I'm surprised, but it was still very interesting to see Heartbleed try to win against Swada, try to fight against Swada.
Man, I can feel Heartbleed here because, you know, it's hard playing in these community tournaments. Like, oh, this is just gonna be like a nice chill session. I'm just gonna play some games, have some fun, and then you just go up against a pro player, and you're just stomped for words, man. You just don't know what to do. So
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely props to Heartbleed for putting up the fight that he did. And man, Heartbleed, if you're listening, you absolutely have potential, dude. You can make it big. We are going to be moving on, however, to the final set of top 12. That is going to be Soderson, as you can see in the lobby, versus the one and only Akno's teammate, the Dutch Blaze.
Tell us a bit about these players, Hero.
Well, I sure will. Soderson, he is a known top 32 player. Don't get me wrong, he's definitely up there with Silver West. from what I could tell, he is mostly a Boldware player, although I do see a bit of VOW in there as well. And as for recent placements, he did get 17th in both the winter and the spring championship this year. So definitely somebody to watch out for. Although I don't know if he can even hold a candle to Blaze. Number 3 power rank in the region. Actually, I'm not sure about that. Let me just double check really quickly. Never mind then. He is number 7 power rank. He has dropped down, but he is number 3 seed and number 2 since Machete. Machete unfortunately is not playing. So, number 2 seeded player. Machete did not show up to my knowledge. I do believe that he would be in top 32 if he did, so.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. We're seeing Blaze on the Lin Fei? Wait, what?
Wow.
Wait, what is this? Well, I know Solarson plays Sword, but we're seeing Lin Fei from Blaze.
Who knows? Maybe he's just underestimating Soderson. Maybe he's like, oh, I can use you to practice this. Maybe as an off pick.
I don't think I've seen Blaze play Katars or Cannon ever in a tournament.
I think he might have played Zoe in 2v2s at one point, but like once at most. This is really out of the box.
Let's see how it goes for him. I mean, maybe this is just a sneak peek of what he's been working on.
Oh boy. Yeah, I do believe that this is just Blaze trying to warm up his cannon and his guitars.
Honestly, I can't tell. I wouldn't. I can't confidently give a single guess of why he is playing Lin Fei right now, but I am accepting it and I'm enjoying this gameplay. This is amazing.
It might be a bit rough for him going into the land from Solar Sun on this cannon, but he does seem to be making it work so far.
Nice NSIG punish. Or follow-up, sorry. Managed to punish these SIGs. Really good decision of him to turn around that dare to throw him off stage instead of just throwing him further into the stage.
Absolutely, Blaze really confident in his play. He just knows what has to happen, he knows how it has to happen, and he's intent on making it happen.
That is not going to be enough option to recover. That was a really nice weapon throw from Solarson, actually. He timed that almost perfectly so that the Blaze wouldn't be able to recover even if he did have, like, one more option.
That was great, absolutely. And Solarson seems to be getting some decent damage here with his sword. Wow. Creative option there from Blaze.
I do have to say though, it doesn't seem like he is completely unfamiliar with the Lin Fei. He's able to pick his SIGs very nicely, very quickly.
Yeah. I think he's probably messed around with a bit in training mode, seeing as he is only level 15, and maybe he's done a couple of spars with some other pro players, probably Akno since they are teammates.
Yeah, probably. I mean, most likely.
We are looking at a pretty big lead here for Soderson, looking for that KO, and he's gonna get it with Landslider. Going high up for the weapon toss.
So Larson probably being one of the few top 32 players that still play Lance. I know that Lance is also one of those weapons that are not exactly favorable at the moment. And I would say he's doing pretty well with it. Maybe he's just having a really good feeling about Lance after this recent buff.
I think it's just the matchup. Like look at the weapons that Blaze is playing. Both very horizontal, very short range. In comparison to Landsider, Landside Light, Lands and like anything, they just lose out on priority alone.
Both chasing each other, almost actually a lot like we saw with Viper versus Fry. Where
Wait, this
but
game
now
is a nice cannon damage off.
both players being very generous with approaches. Nice punish from Slayem.
Man, it's insane.
Ooh! Just barely dodges that N-Sig. That was amazing. He needs just something, just one or two combo to take down Blaze. Same from Blaze.
Either player gets it in one hit, unless that roll on defense and that Lin phase strength works out perfectly in Sorensen's favor to keep him alive for a couple more seconds. But there it goes.
And N-Sig will be enough, and Blaze will be winning the first game. We're going again. My game actually completely bugged out. I can't tell what they're playing.
They are going to Smobro Haven this time instead of Mammoth Fortress.
Same picks.
Sorensen maybe just looking for those smaller kill boxes to get some earlier KOs.
3, 2, 1.
But we're gonna see what's gonna happen here.
Nice sig from Blaze. Gets on the Katars now. It's gonna be fun. I'm smelling a lot of nairs so far. Nice D-Sig. Managed to throw him off stage, tried to extend out of that. He was able to escape.
Wow, Blaze really seems to be taking control here with his guitars, keeping Sorensen up in the air with those D-lights and airs. Very good job there.
Blaze really staying on his toes, so I think Sorensen is struggling to keep up with him.
He has been knocked off stage though, and he's disarmed. So let's see if Sorensen can get the finishing blow during that opportunity of weakness from Blaze.
Nice dodge through the weapon throw. Sorensen is going to get on the sword. Probably looking for a downlight combo to finish the job. Ah, there into recovery didn't quite work out. Side sig misses and he fails that down air punish. Blaze is going to be following that up with a side sig, which is going to take down Sorensen's star.
Sorensen really gotta be kicking himself for that punish miss. That literally cost him a stock. Wow. Almost killed with the side air. The second one is gonna be doing the job.
I feel like one of the biggest ways to tell if someone is a professional player is to tell how well they use unarmed air. I know a lot of people use this comparison, but if you look in a 1700 game, who's gonna kill with unarmed air? But while pro players can just use it perfectly to take down stars.
Yeah, unarmed air is honestly a really good move. It's super underrated by lower ranked players.
It fascinates me how they're able to use it.
Oh gosh, that's the recovery coming from Sorensen.
Oh.
Blaze caught it with a down air. It's gonna be a stock.
Blaze almost dominated that last stock, probably trying to keep his momentum here.
He is managing to do it. Never mind, Sorensen getting a quick turnaround. Blaze just a bit too eager to get back on the stage, runs into his ground pound.
Blaze now desperately trying to pick up the weapon. It is going to be a cannon. Probably, from what I can see of how Blaze plays against Sorensen, he probably just wants to throw him off stage and then basically, well, play off stage against him. Blaze's off stage definitely seems to be a bit stronger than Sorensen. But when it comes to on-stage neutral games, Sorensen's sword is really scary.
It's absolutely terrifying, dude. You gotta be you gotta have pinpoint accuracy and great reaction times to be able to finish that.
Looks like he did try to throw him off stage, but didn't quite manage to.
I personally think he's just looking for any sort of big hit, nair recovery, and stick, anything that can kill.
Blaze with the dare punish. Larson is now off stage unarmed, not a position you want to be in. Blaze waiting for anything they can punish. Whips the ground punish. Larson is able to get past him.
There it goes. 2-0 for Blaze playing on that Lin Fei. Wow.
That is pretty funny. I was not expecting that at all. If you would have told me before the tournament started that Blaze is gonna play Lin Fei, I would have said you're lying.
Hard camp, brother. But that is gonna be finishing off our top 12, and we're gonna be moving on into top 8 with winners semifinals. Acno versus Viper. Two really strong players. I'm gonna be excited to get into this one.
This is definitely going to be a pretty fun game to watch, I think.
I feel like Viper used to be a really explosive player, from what I remember. He used to play like Lucian and Ragnarok Thars. He used to get these massive strings, but lately he's been a bit more consistent. Like he's been a bit more. He's been playing a bit further back now, making a bit slowly. So I wonder if we're gonna see any big volatile plays here.
If we're not getting them from Viper, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see them from Acno.
Wait, what? Acno's playing Bren.
Yo, I bet Acno and Blaze are in a VC right now, and they're like, "Hey, yo, wanna switch picks? You play mine, and I play yours."
But Acno doesn't have a Lin Fei though.
Hey, you never know. Acno plays like everything. Acno's
Fair,
good on
fair.
everything.
Fair. I'm pretty sure Anknock has also played Zoe.
I mean, probably at some
3,
point.
2, 1, brawl.
I'm not sure if
going
I'll
into
ever-
Miami Dome, let's go. Great stage.
Let's hype it up to this nice music. Let me get.
Yep, I literally turned it on only for Miami Dome.
Yeah, favorite. Oh, nice dare off stage. Managed to hit the
gosh.
weapon throw. Follows it up with the unarmed dare. Amazing offstage play from Acno. That was a really early kill. Was able to exhaust all of his options and then confirm it. That was really nice. Viper
I
now.
don't think Viper even had a choice there. I think it was forced. Everything was forced there, because if he fell down to avoid that down air.
What are we looking at? Acno's being so incredibly aggressive on the axe.
I was asking about volatile plays, and here they are. Viper trying to get a reversal over here. Misses the ground pound input, does a breakdance. Desik instead.
Managed to get the basic anything. It's been 1 minute. Viper is on its last stock. This is a big contrast from what we've seen the other few games.
Absolutely. The rest of the games have been really slowly paced, and here we just see everybody going in full blast.
Oh, what is happening? What is happening? He was able to take that stock and he doesn't even die at the end of it. How long was
Oh
that
my
game?
goodness.
1 minute and 20 seconds? He did
What?
300 damage and took down all 3 stocks with that.
That is absolutely crazy. Acno just going insane. I feel like he's just saying, alright, who do I have to fight? Oh, Viper. Yep, let's go. Let's get this over with. Come on.
Yeah, pretty much. And I mean, I really respect Viper's response. Viper is like, oh, we're doing this now, so he just responds in the same way. Oh, we got the imposter Bodvar. Let's go.
Level 69, Lord Vrax. What
That is
the
that is a number.
It is
That's
indeed
a
a
number.
number, good sir. Alright, going into the map picks. Who's striking is Viper because he lost last match, correct?
I'm guessing they're gonna go to Miami Dome.
They're
Yeah,
going
of
to
course.
Miami Dome, dude. Let's go.
It's a small map. You can get insane offstage gameplay. Acno, we're probably gonna see. I wouldn't say repeated history, but I think Acno is going to go with the same game plan. What is going to change is how Viper is going to respond to it. I really hope Viper does the same thing, where he's just like in on it and he also plays extremely aggressively.
I feel
Because
like they're not
that's
even
what
playing in a
we-
tournament, man. That's what it feels like. Let's go. I love seeing these Viper blasters. He used to play a lot of Lucian back in, I don't know, 2018, but he's been off of it for a while. Wow, daylight recovery nearly KOing off the top. That was an insane option.
Acno on the axe again. Nice combos. Yeah, for sure. Viper, well, he's not playing passive or parry whatsoever. Viper appears to still be in on it. Oh, that doesn't quite work.
I'm actually quite surprised by Viper's lance. It seems surprisingly good for somebody who isn't really known for being a lance player.
Man, you wanna know why I love this set so much so far?
Why?
For some reason, like all of the other games, it feels like we were watching a game where they are playing for the win. Now it just seems like they're playing for enjoyment.
Oh yeah.
They're both doing so wacky stuff. It's amazing.
Yep. That was a really good recognition there from Viper, by the way, going for that D-line and light. That's a really specific option on guns. Ooh, getting the read with recovery.
I wanted to read something out of that nair, but I wasn't able to. That downlight looked like it was going to hit, but it didn't quite. Nice dash cancel, that, or not dash cancel, holy. Nice platform cancel, that was really nice. Managed to hit the ground pound. Going to be looking for something now off stage. Managed to get another ground pound.
Man, Aklo is so good at guaranteeing these offstage plays. He just forces his opponent in a situation where it's lose and lose.
Nice GC Ensei. That's really good reaction time. Yeah, that's probably because he has so many levels from Lord Rex. I had no idea Viper even played Lord Rex. This is really fun.
Me neither, dude. This is crazy.
Maybe it's just because we're not OG players, so we didn't see it when he did back then. I would have no idea.
Maybe that's what's happening, yeah.
It does look like they are mildly slowing down the pace of their game. Akno maybe a bit less, as he just seems to continuously run into Viper, throwing attacks all around him.
He's just going chop, chop, chop with that axe, swapping over to the spear to throw a bit of pokey poke. I just checked, and Lord Rex is Viper's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th highest level legend, which I find crazy.
What? Wait, he has 7 level 60 legends?
Level 70 plus, yes.
That's pretty insane.
But that is going to be a set going over to Akno 2-0. Really
Wait,
fast and
what?
intense set.
Wait, no. Your analysis was wrong. You thought he was playing Lin Fei to well, I don't remember exactly your wording, but basically just to mess around. He's playing Lin Fei against Swara now.
No, I don't think he was messing around. I think he was just warming up his Lin Fei. Like, I
Oh.
think he was just using Soda Sun as a warm up.
That could have been right, because we're seeing the Lin Fei against Swara now. I would expect when he's going against a more experienced, better player, he would be switching to, well, his standard, which is the heavy weapons and the spear. But we're actually seeing him still on the Lin Fei.
I don't know, maybe he's just playing it for the skin, man. That skin looks clean.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't judge. It is really amazing. It's really a breath of fresh air right now. Seeing
What?
Blaze and Lin Fei.
What did Blaze just do? N-Light, D-Light, GC, D-Line, sort of dodge, none of it.
Nice stomp here, taking down Blaze's stock. Going to be sticking to the sword now. Trying to outmaneuver Blaze in neutral. Looking
Not gonna be getting that
pretty-
edge guard.
Oof, that was really nice. Went for that dare, probably thought Blaze would fall down and try to take him head on.
That was a really good read there on the neutral sig. Got his spot dodge perfectly.
So I'm trying to take him down. The infamous hammer recovery. Blaze touched though, so he will have recovery options left. Misses the side sig. Blaze instantly coming in with a punish. Stomp Serve will be enough to take down his stock, though.
Full
We're not
stock
seeing a
lead
full
for
stock
Swada.
lead. Yeah, a full stock lead. Blaze is going to need something pretty humongous here to be able to have a chance, which is going to be hard against Swada's incredibly consistent neutral game.
He does have guitars. He does have cannon though. So these weapons both incredibly volatile, and there it is.
There it is! He is yellow and he's managed to take down Swada stock on a full stock lead. Amazing offstage gameplay from Blaze coming in. Still, apparently, from what I can see, he's still going with the same game plan. He's trying to look for something huge. He noticed that it worked last time, so he's gonna do the same thing again.
Oh man, he's in a tough spot off the side of the stage. He does have stairs to get back though.
That is like the double-edged sword of Cannon. You have that seer to get on stage, but then you will also be in end frames while you are entering their stage control. Which did seem like it was Blazer's downfall as he went into that multiple times. Blaze now on the Zol. Definitely.
I told you
I
he played
think
well.
I think he really was feeling that cannon. I think definitely he was performing well on that cannon. And then, well, obviously he's one of the he's the or one of the best Axe players in EU.
I would
So
say
it's
V.
pretty understandable. You'd say D?
Just skip one, just V.
Yeah, I would probably also say the, but I know some people might disagree with me, which is fine. I mean, if you're an EU player, if you're about to learn anything with Axe, or if you're about to learn Bryn, who is it you're gonna watch? Blaze, of course. He is the Axe guy for EU.
Man, going for that neutral stick on the side stick power on the Axe. Gonna miss, gonna swap over to the cannon. Looking for these big hits on his zone. Oh.
Oh, if he was able to correctly time that with a ground pound, Swada wouldn't have had his stock now.
Basically just firing away this cannon. Blast after blast. Gonna get the KO. One stock lead.
Really, I don't know a lot about Cannon, but I would imagine that when you're playing Cannon, the game plan is a lot different than when you're playing Axe. Which I think we can kind of see. I mean, this is not the gameplay I know Blaze for. Blaze is just running in heads on again and again and again, going for stuff that seems pretty crazy to me.
This is
entire-
absolutely not his normal play style.
All
Oh
of these
no!
games fast-paced. Managed to lose his stock very early. That is not what you want right now. Blaze, yet again, is probably going to be looking for something huge. He is on the Axe. I'm suspecting he is going to try to look for more consistent neutral game now against Swada. But then again, that is Swada's strong side. Really, like, I really have to respect Swada's neutral game. Swada's neutral game is unreal.
It's absolutely crazy. However, Blaze does seem to be beating him out on this Axe, having so much experience on it. That's gonna be a sidelight there to finish off the stock, equalizing it.
The way I was able to recognize that GC sidelight is also really good. Just like reading movement with GC sidelight.
Yeah. Honestly, that is an insane skill that Axe players have. That I think a lot of people underestimate how much skill Axe takes, and this is just showing all of that.
He got some huge hits now struggling to break Swada's barrier, his neutral barrier.
Oh, that one throw came so close. And Swada,
That ground pound is perfectly timed so that it will take down Blaze. That is going to be 2-0 to Swada.
wow,
Wait,
this has been crazy. Top 12 was like all somber, slow, you know, calm, calculated, and then we just come in here and we get like 1.5 minute games every 1.5 minute games every single set.
I'm into it. This is great.
This is absolutely wonderful to watch and cast. But I don't think our backstage team is having too great of a time, since I do see TMP in chat asking asking the players to stop speedrunning the match.
I mean, this really is a speedrun. Oh wow.
No major glitches, any %.
this is, I would say, this is a very biased opinion. I think that's also one of the things that a lot of EU players are pretty skilled at doing, especially when you start to consider the top players. Whereas when a lot of people, they think of EU, they think of this more laid back, slow gameplay. But don't underestimate how skilled some of these players are at just completely switching their game style, their play style when needed. Especially when, like I said, you're thinking about the high end of players, the top players of the region.
These guys are
Well,
absolutely incredibly explosive. Yeah, like Akno, Pavelski,
Yeah.
Blaze, Blaze just now. It's absolutely crazy what rampages they can go. They can just go berserk mode.
Yeah. We're now going to see Zyder versus Fry. We've already seen Fry, but this is the first time in the tournament that we are seeing Zyder on the screen. Tell me a bit about this player, Abel.
Zyder, pretty well-known British player, swapped over from the nickname JK Zyder, just removed the JK from there. He is a pretty consistent top 32 player and sometimes top 8. And from what I know, he's mostly a sword, spear, and bow player. Mainly going on that Koji, that Bodvar, and some Katori as well.
Did we not see Zyder versus Akno in Garand in Fool's Gold? Or am I completely lost?
Yes, we did. He did in fact get second in Fool's Gold. Akno, however, he actually beat Akno 3-0 in winners finals, and then Akno just came back from the grave and
We're going to see if
reversed
there's
6.
going to be. We're going to see if there's going to be a repeat of history. Definitely has what it takes now. You just need to execute it.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Coming into the
Alrighty.
game here, either on the Hattori, Fry on the Fate, of course. The Fate he's so well known for. On Demon Island. We're seeing a lot of Demon Island today. I think that's really great. I really like Demon Island. It's a great map. Especially, I wouldn't be able to tell if this map favors any player. I don't really have that much knowledge about the game. What do you think, Ivo?
I personally would prefer this map on Spear, just because of that down air potential off the side. But Scythe and Orb definitely do have some plays. Zero getting a big hit on the right side of the stage. Misses the side there, that's gonna be his demise, I think.
Oh no, it isn't! He misses the ground pound. Tried to turn it around, didn't manage to. Fry gets back on stage. Now, this game is also very aggressive. It went like they were playing pretty calmly at the start there, and then coming towards the end of the stock, they both just kind of kept going in.
That weapon throw from Zyder as well at the end to finish off Fry, it didn't hit him directly, but it made him take a weird path around the edge, which made him waste more time, which led to him not having enough option to get back. Yusug finishing off the stock, gonna be sticking with the Scythe, I do believe, as that is his preferred weapon for big enough damage.
Game very even at the moment. Zyder off stage, trying to come back up. Struggling to land very good pressure from Fry.
Man,
I think
Zyder
I
is doing
found-
some insane callouts here. He's getting hit from Scythe, and he is not dodging. So if Fry manages to recognize that, as he did at the start, he would be able to get some mad damage onto Zyder. See, he's trying to read dodges, but Zyder is just not dodging, so there's nothing to read.
I'm not sure, but it feels like Zyder is kind of struggling to take on Fry. And the thing that is keeping Zyder on his feet is that he's very good at fighting Scythe. Just he knows how to play against Scythe.
That is absolutely what is throwing off Fry, because now that he swapped over to Orb, he seems to have gotten the stage control, and Zyder is in a precarious position.
Managed to
There
get the
he
end
goes.
sig. Nah, that end sig just in general is so beautiful. Do not underestimate the Fate end sig on Orb.
Fate Ensig used to be even more busted. Now it's a bit toned down. Now it's just a good sig. But you definitely don't underestimate it, as you said.
Nice dare from Zyder. Zyder looking for a KO. Misjudged that end sig isn't going to hit. The dare will hit though. Trying to look for the kill confirm. Doesn't manage to get it. Now in a very dangerous position. Fry with almost the full stock lead. Zyder appearing to be a bit more desperate for the KO.
Zyder literally just needed to not give Fry that unarmed down air. That is what got him back to the stage, and that is what resulted in Zyder getting KO'd off the top by that orb recovery from Redux, taking game number 1.
You have to keep in mind that this is in loser's bracket. Now it's 1-0 Fry. This is not a nice position for Zyder. Zyder gonna have to be able to handle the pressure that comes with this.
And when you're back up against the wall, what do? You pull out the Taros.
Oh wow. Have we seen Zyder play Taros?
I think we have. Yeah, he did play Taros in the Winter Championship this year. Placed 33rd in that. He has already beaten that placement in this tournament, but it is a bit smaller, so he's got a bit more room to work with.
I'm not going to lie. As of recent times, I've started to play more Taros, and I can see the appeal. I really can. Hey, I told you I'm a biased commentator. What do you expect?
Nah. If you weren't biased, it wouldn't be interesting.
Man, this is the first round of top 8 loser side, and we're seeing still 2 very recognizable players. This is why I'm so excited for this tournament. We're not gonna have a single uninteresting match. They're all going to be nice.
Absolutely, lots of high-profile names in here. Zero though does seem to have a slight damage. He's gonna disarm himself. Unarmed side signature, going for that haymaker and getting it.
Nice downlight follow-up. Oh, that weapon throw was so close to hit.
Right, with weapon throw of his own, managing to get back to the stage. Just playing signature game. Both players just faking approaches.
Amazing stomps there. That was a really good punish. Perfectly outspaced it. Because you do have to be kind of close to be able to hit that downlight in short notice. Nice weapon throw. Going to try to get the kill confirm. Fails that weapon throw. As it bounces. Fry, really? Dude, this really feels like Fry is saying, look, I can also throw my weapon. Look, I can also throw my weapon. That's what it looks like.
He actually tried to go for that style of the recovery into the weapon throw, but he did not manage to land it. Gets the, I believe, side air unarmed for the KO.
Those weapon throws, really, they were really something else. I don't think Zyder is having any of it. Zyder is... Zyder is looking for these side lights right now in neutral to get started with a true combo. Keeps missing them though, unfortunately.
He keeps
Right,
getting
Michael
punished
still
hard.
act very well. Oof, nice haymaker. What? What was that? He interrupted his axe run pun with a scythe there. The startup frames, the startup frames of when the animation is actually started are really hard to judge. So I have a lot of respect for him going for that. Fry will be 2-0ing Zyder. Zyder was in Grands last time, and he is now out 2-0 in the losers bracket, first round.
Incredible job there from Fry. Wow, that is honestly insane. Zyder is a really, really high placing player, and Fry just beats him out just like that.
Fry has been on the grind for sure. We are now going to see we're now going to see a new player actually. First time in the tournament we're going to see Chedero playing. Yet again, Evo, tell me a bit about this player.
Chedero is an absolutely old school player. He did take a break, I believe 2019, around that time. But now he is back. Back in the day, he used to play a lot of core. He used to play a lot of gauntlets or hammer. We are seeing that hammer here on this boulder pick, but no gauntlets yet. As for his recent placements, he has been placing pretty nicely, getting 17th in both Springs and Winter Championships. And he almost made top 8, getting 9th place in our latest Brawl League tournament, which was Fool's Gold.
Then again, we're going to see Solarson coming in here. I wouldn't be completely surprised if we get a mirror match here, considering that Solarson has played a lot of Bold War. Either that, or I mean, Solarson's strongest weapon is, well, from what I can tell, sword. It's a weapon he's very comfortable with when he was playing Sir Roland. So I'm not sure if he's going to stick to the Roland pick. I'm not sure if he thinks that's going to be favorable for him. I think it's almost anyone's game here when it comes to what weapon, what legend he plays.
I'd say he's probably gonna stick to that Roland. I feel like Lance and Hammer is a bit better for Lance due to that horizontal range that you have is on the ground and in the air. Meanwhile, Hammer only really has that side air.
Yes, absolutely.
We are going to be seeing a lot of high-ranked players here, but there have also been other pro player events that have been happening. Namely, another pro series has been started. How do you feel about that? Have you watched it yet?
You're talking about Parsec, right?
I am talking about the Parsec Invitational, but also they have started another pro series. You remember that from last year?
What is it called?
Not like pro series. Pro series, for those who don't know, is I think 4 or 5 week event in which a bunch of color-coded teams of 3 players are going to be facing off against each other in
Oh right.
in different game modes. Yeah.
They were going to do it like country based, weren't they?
I'm not sure. Maybe. Pro Series is great, but we are going to be getting back into this match with Soderson has stuck to that Roland pick, and it seems to be working out for him as he is going even with Shadow's Hammer. And he does have him off stage. Ground Pound gonna almost knock him out, and that is going to do the job. Soderson getting back to on the right side of the stage when he edgeguarded on the left.
Larson now on the sword. Switches it for another sword.
Yeah, that is the beauty of prepping your next weapons pickup to be the same as the one that you're carrying. Soderson just going ham with his D6. Cheddar is just wiping him out.
These D6 are still working very well though. The 6 on the Sir Roland sword are really something special. Nice recovery. That recovery looked almost perfectly calculated.
I'm pretty sure it was, and Soderson has wrapped Chadaro for damage. That's gonna be a second stock coming off of him before Soderson loses 1. This is really unexpected.
Nice D6 from Soderson. Follows it up. Several attacks coming out from that, pushing him further into the stage. Already getting a damage lead. Chadaro now in orange. Very well played stock so far from Solarson. Doesn't manage to get the weapon back. Gets punished by the recovery.
Oh man. Chadaro finally managed to get that KO. Gonna be sticking with that sword. No, throwing it up to try and get another weapon, but too little, too late. Soderson picks up the lance. Insanely risky there, up in the air.
I do not think Lance is the pick for Solarson right now. I think I can see his struggle through the screen right now, which I think he also recognized. He's not going to be switching to the sword. Went very well for him before. That Sair was so close to hitting. Not quite. Managed to get the weapon throw. Looking for a dare. Managed to get it. That is going to be game 1.
Beautiful play there from Soderson at the end. That edge play was absolutely clean. It's so hard to edgeguard a hammer. And Soros
Really?
did it perfectly.
I just noticed he's level 19 Sir Roland.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We're seeing the Asuri from Chedro. Is this a pick normal for Chedro? I think so.
He has played Asuri before. I don't know about in tournament, but he definitely has a decent amount of experience on the character overall. And he does have the sword carry over from the Bodvar. That's something working out for him. That was
Oh
a
my
really good
God,
option there.
Did you see that, Evo?
Absolutely. Like that is definitely a known combo. But it's so situational that a lot of players just forget to use it. These pros, however, they know the optimal they know the optimal move for every single situation, and they are making use of it. So they're getting a lead here.
I think you're most definitely going to be better at the analytical part of when they're playing guitars. I have no idea how this weapon works.
Katars may seem like just a bunch of button mashing, but there's a science to it.
Yeah, I know that.
There's an order to its chaos.
I think it's very clear what weapon, like the way that a weapon works, as soon as you put it in the hands of an amazing player, in general.
Yep.
I wouldn't say the weapon. I wouldn't say the way that the weapon is supposed to be played, but more what the weapon would look like if you played it very well, which of course they are.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now we're going into the sword data here. Soros managed to even up the stars, and he's getting a bit of damage build up. Shadow is still in a slight lead though.
So Larson now on the Lance appears to be going a bit better for him than it was last time. Nice read with the Ensig. I think the Ensig read covers like 4 different dodges. It's absolutely crazy. Nice downlight there, recovery, taking down his stock. Now with a bit of a lead. Gonna be sticking to the sword. Try to outmaneuver Chedero in neutral game. Manages to do so pretty well so far. Oh no, we're seeing the down 6 coming out again. We're seeing the down 6 come out again.
Wow, great option there. That was insane recognition from Shadow. Usually, to do that combo, you would need to chase dodge diagonally for recovery. But Shadow recognized perfectly that he was getting the direct downward bounce, 90-degree angle. So he did not do the chase dodge and just went for the recovery straight up, straight away, hitting it perfectly.
I think Solarson is definitely chilling out on his D6 though. I did say we're seeing the D6 come out, but while you were talking, I came to the realization that Solarson has ever so slightly changed how he is playing now compared to last stock. Yes, it went very well for him, but he's going to have to switch it up. But it does seem now in the last part of this game, he's coming back to it because I'm not sure. I'm trying to get a piece of Solarson's mind. But if I don't understand what Solarson is doing, neither does Chedero, so he's doing a good job.
Player 1 wins.
Pedro, however, does know exactly what Solarson is doing, seeing as he is going to be taking this game evening up the set.
We're banning Small Brawl Haven this time. Taking a good bit of time to consider his picks. I was expecting a Demon Island. Especially because of that GC Qatar Ensig on Asuri. The infamous Asuri Ensig on Qatars. We're going to see an Apocalypse instead.
3,
I was just honestly, I was just expecting another, Mammoth Fortress. But Apocalypse is also a pretty nice stage, mixing in a bit of that Mammoth Fortress and some of that Small Brook Haven. That's what I see it as. Ooh.
Nice weapon throw from Chedero. So Larson coming back to those D6. However, Chedero is all too used to them now. Oh wow, this is amazing offstage from Chedero. Wasn't quite able to get the kill as he kept feeding him new jumps.
Yep. You got one jump back every time you get hit off stage. And that was just enough for Soderson to make it back. Chedro now looking for a KO option. Probably gonna look for a swap over to the sword. But does not seem to be doing so yet.
Nice recovery from Soderson. Chedro trying to get the weapon, manages to get it.
Both players just looking for that sider, looking for anything they can kill. So Chedro gonna be put into the off stage. And now he's looking. Now Soderson is looking for those juggles upwards with an air.
Chedro appears to be going for a bit of unarmed damage, not prioritizing getting the weapon that much. We are still looking at both players at their third stock. They are both very good at what do you call
This
it?
is one
Very
of
good
those
at
times-
avoiding.
This is one of those times where people are playing their first stocks, and it feels like they're playing their last. They're both playing it so carefully, as if everything depended on the stock, and it actually might, because Chedro might just put it out of himself to get insane damage onto Soderson, just as he is doing currently.
Chedro now on the sword. Wow, that unarmed Sarah actually killed. Like I said, man, the way that better players are able to use unarmed Sarah.
Wow, the unarmed D-light into dash side light. What an option. We can tell that Chedro is trying to be really intimidating with his movement, and it is working. Soderson does seem to be backing off a majority of the time in this match. So Chedro is basically just getting stage control for free. Soderson, though, controlling the stage right now with his nairs.
I feel like they're switching up their game. They're switching up their gameplay so much that at times it feels like we're watching two different players. And then when I'm just about to say that, I realize that I keep seeing glimpses of like how they played the first couple of games, well, the first two games.
Yeah, they are absolutely insane at adapting. Chedro in particular, but also Soderson. They have changed up their playstyles so majorly that it's hard to tell that you're even watching the same stat.
Larson now very high damage on his second stock. Going to be looking to get basically anything before he goes down. A unarmed light will be enough to him down.
I don't think I have ever seen that move KO. That is
I have.
absolutely crazy.
Not in pro games. I've not seen it in pro games.
I don't think I've seen it ever. And it KO'd on a Sir Roland.
Like I said, the way they're able to avoid these kill options is really something extra.
It is crazy. Chedro is probably gonna end this game with 900 damage, regardless of if he wins or loses.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a... Oh, wow. Following him up with the nair, using all of his options.
Now on the Qatars. Soderson trying to break his neutral. Doesn't manage, so Chedro is just not letting him land whatsoever.
These Qatars are insane at keeping under pressure with neutral airs. Chedro has also been using Qatars recovery incredibly well here, but both players are in nearly equal damage. Absolutely equal, actually, on their last stocks. This is the deciding factor now. This is where the tension breaks up.
The dare managed to hit. Is that going to be KO? It is! I thought he had a recovery. He didn't. Chedro did win. Let's see the damage. 700 damage. You weren't that far off. That is insane. Well played to both of these players. Unfortunately now, that means that Solarson is out of the tournament. We're going to be seeing more Chedro in the future.
Chedro is absolutely... that was actually insane recognition there from Chedro. He knew... he absolutely knew that Soderson could not make it back, and he didn't even bother edgeguarding him. He just went back to stage.
That is the sign of someone that has a lot of experience in the game. He is very, very confident in those areas.
I feel like
Especially
the
because-
reason that Sorensen didn't make it back there is just because he got scared. I feel like he delayed his recovery a bit because Cheddar was there, and that's what ultimately caused his demise.
We're now going to see the Blaze versus Fry. I'm seeing the Thor pick coming out from Blaze. What do you
Yeah.
think of this Thor pick?
Blend Fade to 4 when Blaze has an Axe main. What's new in the block? But nah, for real, Blaze on 4. I think he's gonna do decently. I think he's pretty familiar, at least with Hammer. I don't know about Orb, but I am interested in the Orb matchup.
2, 1, brawl.
That is definitely going to be pretty fun to see. I'm also excited to see with how Blaze will be playing against Fry, because I'm expecting this to be a much closer game than what we have seen from Blaze so far.
Right now,
So we
Blaze
might
is
see that-
untouched.
We might see that more intense neutral game. So far, it looks like it. Fry managed to get the opener. Blaze is able to turn it around quite quickly, though. Managed to get the stomps there. Fry now in a dangerous position. He was GCing some sort of a sig, I think. I couldn't see what that was. That was very short.
Great dodge there from Blaze, getting through that side signature. Wow.
What?
Firestone got so scared that he just refused to touch the wall. He's like, oh, you're there. No, 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 I'm out. And then he just fell onto his death.
I mean, I would also be intimidated if I was playing against Blaze.
Look at him. He is so scared. He is sitting on the edge, giving up any form of stage control, letting Blaze do as he pleases. Saying, come and get me, big boy.
Fry definitely on the more careful side right now. Amazing! What was that offstage? We saw stomps there into throw, into pick up GC side sig. Amazing offstage from Blaze.
Bryce had come and get me, and Blaze absolutely came. Going in with that, not off stage, but high aerial play, flying up over the stage.
Amazing anti-air coming out from Fry right now. Nice.
Oh!
He absolutely knew how fast that dart or whatever was going to fly.
Blaze might be playing that Boki 4, but he is like a ninja with these dodges, man. It's absolutely crazy how precise he is.
Can we also just take a moment to appreciate the Heatwave skin? He's really going all out on this team.
Four by the Shore is my favorite foreskin of all time.
It's amazing.
And
I would
especially the name.
honestly. What did you say?
Especially the name of it is what like ties the whole thing together.
What was the name again?
Four by the Shore.
The grounded hammer nair is going to be enough to take down Fry. Moving into game 2 now. We're saying the same picks again. I can't say I'm too surprised. Blaze found something that is working, and Fry is sticking to the Fate because it is what he's the most comfortable with. He probably believes that he is still able to turn this around. He doesn't need to find something in a different legend to be able to.
This is absolutely just. This is absolutely just a playstyle thing. Fry just needs to find out how to counter what Blaze is doing.
But at the same time, Blaze, I mean, this is the thing. The mental of higher, like, more high-end games. I heard this really great analogy from a friend, which is the higher elo you get, it switches from a fighting game to a game of chess. Which, I mean, we're just kind of seeing that.
That is
Blaze.
exactly what we are observing.
Fry is going to try to adapt to what Blaze is doing, but simultaneously Blaze is going to switch up what he is doing. Fry could have this entire plan of how to take him down. Blaze changes 2 small things in his playstyle, and that plan will fall to pieces.
Wow,
Doesn't
he misses that ground pound. Absolutely guaranteed, and Blaze manages to mess it up. Probably lives to see another day.
Nice. There, Rambala would not be satisfied. Nice
It's
to
better
hit
gonna
the
finish it.
hammer.
I never actually noticed how chill the music on this map is because I never play with in-game music. What? Fry? Fry, are you okay? I don't know what Predator just did, but he fully charged the Haymaker in front of Blaze.
The music on this map is great. I'm just vibing.
Yep. Honestly, it would have been great to see Blaze just walk into and give Fry that side sig. Just as courtesy.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
Blaze actually managing to make it back from that despite using all of his options on exhausted recoveries. Oh man, these dodges again. Blaze just sneaking past Frydasol.
Fry seems to be doing a lot of minor mistakes now, losing a bit of his consistency, which appears to be what could be his downfall. Managed to get the weapon throw. That's a nice weapon throw. Doesn't manage to punish that, but Blaze doesn't manage to get back up either. Fry just kind of standing still, and you get punished for that.
Oh my god. They just kind of bopping and weaving around on the center stage. Fry off to the side trying to get a weapon.
Nice read. I'm not even sure if that was a read, it just worked out. Very nice. Manages to get stage back up. Trying to push Blaze further into the stage. Managed to get around above him instead.
And again, we're seeing the exact same thing from Fry. He's just standing on the side of the stage, scared out of his mind, trying to get Blaze to approach him first so he can dodge and punish.
He is forced to approach at times. Blaze going for the ground pound was enough. I'm not quite sure. I think he misjudged how many recovery options Fry had left. Going for the
No,
weapon
that
throw.
was a calculated move. Fry just managed to probably just one step ahead in that one. Oh, Sidekick barely outspaced by Blaze. Fry just
Nice.
fighting for his tournament life there. This is tournament stock for him.
D-Sig very, very close to hit. N-Sig too. Recovery does manage to. Now on the side. Grabbing KOs on Scythe can be a difficult task though. Managed to get it on what I N-Sig though.
Man, Fate 6 are just so solid. I love seeing them
They really are.
used to. I love seeing them use their full potential. And Predator again, just trying to get a read on Blaze, but he's way too inconsistent with his dodges. He's way too unpredictable. And that's gonna be a 2-0 coming out of Blaze on the 4 this time.
Well played to both players. Think very, very nice to see Blaze doing different picks now. I definitely thought Blaze was more of this player to be, oh yeah, for this tournament, I'm going to play this legend. But instead, he's picking a new legend for each game and then just kind of sticking to it, where they're not on Thor Fate throughout the entire set.
No, they were on 4 Fate, but I feel like Blaze is like a legend per set kind of guy, not a legend per game.
Yeah, for sure. It appears that our next game is going to be Viper versus Tedero.
Yep. And the winner of this is going to be fighting the aforementioned Blaze going into the loser semifinals.
Viper, of course, going down after fighting Akno. So I think definitely, we might not have completely seen what Viper is all about yet, as he's had very strong opponents so far.
Dude, Viper can definitely turn this around. He can definitely get that first or second place. He just needs to pull it together. He just needs to push through.
Who did Viper fight in top 32? Viper won against Fry. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
He's definitely worthy of taking down a few more big names.
Absolutely. But so
We mentioned the Parsec Invitational before, as well the Pro Series. What did you watch the Parsec tournament that was?
I did not. I was a bit too busy playing Apex Legends. I'm getting slightly addicted to that game.
I didn't watch a lot from Parsec. What I do know is the avatar is sick, and when I get it, I'm gonna use it all the time.
No, none of these players currently have it on. I know Acno has it on, but the logo for the Parsec is really cool. Personally, though, I'd much rather stick with a Brawl League avatar. Either that or just Bulgaria representing.
I mean, that's fair enough.
Wow, Viper is instantly locking in the Lord Rax, it seems.
What is it?
Oh man. Chedoro sees the Viper, types in chat, "What's that pick?" And Viper just replies, "Gas, gas, gas." Oh man, I feel like I feel like the lobby chat is really underutilized in this game. Pro players meme a lot in it. It's just
Yeah,
because they're
for sure.
It's just because they're such a tight-knit community, and we are gonna be seeing the core, the snowman core from Chedoro, level 97. Let's go! I love to see it. Map bands are all pretty flat.
Level 97 core. Wow.
I told you, man. Chedoro is one of the original core players.
We're going to small mammoth fortress. Definitely a familiar pick for a lot of players. Chedro on the Brawl League avatar, though. I have to respect that. I really do. I have to respect that.
One brawl.
Hell yeah. Okay, wow, Chedoro not going for the weapon initially, just kind of chilling back and letting Viper get it, going for the unarmed damage, and he's getting it. Wow. Viper manages to get a bit back with a lance, but gets stared off stage with a hammer.
This is a pretty big contrast to what we saw last game. Very aggressive game so far. Viper trying to follow up out of, well, pretty much everything. And Chedro trying to... Chedro just trying to find any space to come in.
Chedoro swapping over to those gauntlets. Viper's about to have blasters as he picks up the weapon. There they are. Missing that neutral where Dealight recovery not gonna be enough on this snowman core. Too much defense on him.
Viper's neutral seems so unpredictable. Like, Chedro mistimes his breathing pattern and Viper tries to punish that. Like, what?
Oh, Kobe! Chedoro just going in with that weapon toss, smacking Viper from downtown.
Viper looking for these Rax Sigs. Chedro looking for any opening he can get.
There's that true combo there, and they're into Anlight.
Manages to get the side Sig. Going to be picking up the land, sticking to the land. Feels throughout this entire game, it's just been Viper chasing Chedro.
That it has, going for those ground pounds, faking it out on the soft platform. It's a nice platform move coming up from Chedoro. Once again, faking out the ground pound. Viper falls for it, gets caught by the recovery. GC Dealight not gonna be able to connect, and that's gonna be Viper making it back on his second star.
He did the GC, Viper wasn't able to get any good punish out of it. That was amazing move, being able to catch that Ser. Great read.
Viper's committing to the ground pound, no punish coming out from Chedoro, and he is gonna be getting a weapon toss to disrupt Viper. That's gonna be enough to get the KO. Holy!
Oh wait, he didn't touch from that Lance Ser actually.
No, he did not.
That's very unfortunate. I'm pretty sure he thought he touched, but he did not.
Great movement there from Viper, baiting out Chedoro's approaches perfectly and punishing him. And there goes his stock. Equal game.
You know, Chedro going for some unarmed damage. Ah, Viper. Viper, you got that exact read before, but you didn't go for it now. Viper, I would make the conclusion that he's probably trying to play a bit more careful now as we're approaching the end of the game. But then again, he is still very, very generous with these approaches, as he's the one that has to chase Chedro around.
He does have the speed for it. Brax being a decently fast legend. He'll focus on that dexterity roll, and that D-line recovery is probably going to be enough. Yes, it is. Viper taking game 1 despite such a strong start from Chedro.
Like we said, Chedro for sure has the chances to be able to bring this home. I don't think that Viper is done showing us what he can do.
Sticking with the picks as well. I'm not sure about that gauntlet going into Lance, but hey, that's Chedro's comfort weapon, I do feel like.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Coming in now, Viper will be able to get the first weapon. It is going to be the blasters. Trying to get an opening to get some early damage. He misses them and Chedro gets the punish instead. Happens once again. Viper climbing into orange of his stock. Chedro barely touched. Able to get even more hits. Viper now in the red. Looking for the kill confirm at this point. Throws him off with the nair. Trying to finish the job. Unable
He's gonna be
to.
able to get back. Man, Viper's going for all of this lance damage, getting a lot of recoveries in while he's off stage. Chedro just struggling to finish up the stock. There goes it, however, catching the recovery with a ground pound.
I perceived that as Chedro almost destroying Viper, but I'm looking at the health. Viper actually didn't really go down that hard. Viper still definitely can take this back. Chedro for sure going, I wouldn't say not per se a more aggressive playstyle, but Chedro now trying to follow up a lot out of his attacks, as Viper would not be too used to that at this moment. Amazing combo taking that stock.
Man, that D-Light recovery is very inconsistent when you do see it, but Viper's had the perfect position there, and he knew it.
Viper managed to get the side sig. Looking for an opener. For sure, Chedro is doing a lot of more approaches now as well.
Oh, D-Sig could be really dangerous and higher HP, because it does have the reversal and that incredible amount of force. Viper's looking to take distance onto Chedro, go on the other side of the stage and just space him out really well with these blasters here. Oh, that there might cost him his life. It did not yet.
Chedro failed to get the kill confirm. Both players now looking for anything to be able to take the stock down. Able to get the side air punish from that GC sidelight. Great punish from Viper.
Chedro has not been able to get any sort of sidelight read onto Viper, but he has been looking for it consistently throughout the set.
He really is trying. Oh, I wasn't able to catch that dodge. I think Chedro is also getting a bit used to Viper's lance whiffs too, for sure. Able to punish that with the nair. Oh, I didn't think he was going to recover from that. I must have misjudged his recovery option.
Great situation on Earth there from Chedro, not getting hit by that weapon throw. Gonna be able to use his hammer as a hitbox, then pick it back up to hammer weapon, but that's not. That's gonna be to no avail as Viper getting that uppercut around the wooden interesting. Man, it feels like Chedro is just stuck on these gauntlets and struggling to kill. That's why he wanted that hammer, but he managed to lose his stock before taking Vipers. There it is. That quick D-Sig, really good for ending stocks.
Chedro now sticking to the gauntlets, probably looking... Oh, never mind, he threw them away. I thought he would be looking for something for a good read early game or early stock and then try to take him down with a stump share. For sure, one thing that I noticed is definitely if you compare to someone like Blazes, Cheddarow's decision making is very different on Hammer.
Wow, going for a neutral stick read on the gauntlets. And something that I've noticed is Cheddarow actually goes. Viper has done the exact same dodge out of sideline 3 different times. Cheddarow has not managed to read it. That recovery though from under the stage is not going to be enough for Viper to make it back. And I do believe that is going to be game 2 going to Cheddarow, equalizing the set.
We are saying the same picks. Now going to Small. We're going to Small Brawl Haven. Definitely gonna see a lot of earlier kills now, especially from Cheddarow. If he's able to get something huge off stage on those gauntlets, and then that stomp Seer, of course, the infamous hammer stomp Seer, going to kill very early.
Man, Smallbrook Haven is probably my favorite map in the game, just because of the smoke kill boxes and all the crazy games that you can get in it.
What do you think of the map selection for the players and the legends that they're playing?
Personally, I feel like it benefits both of them. Cheddarow because of the gauntlets and the hammer, and Viper because of those rank signatures.
Maybe playstyle. I want to say playstyle wise, it would favor Viper as he appears to play a bit more aggressively. But Cheddarow has been switching up his playstyle to the point where he's almost matching, if not surpassing, Viper's aggressivity. I know that's not a real word, but I don't know what word to use.
Aggression. Anyway, Cheddarow was in a really tough spot there, but he managed to make it back and even reverse it on the Viper. And now he's getting the game with a gauntlet. Triple ground pound with a weapon throw in between. That's gonna be Viper's stock gone within 5 to 10 seconds of respawning. And gentlemen, he's looking to do it again. Viper not falling for this time, not panic jumping, but he's still off stage against gauntlets with unarmed. This is really tough for him. Oh my goodness.
Almost managed to get that KO.
Wow, he got caught out of his recovery.
Viper is really gonna struggle to be able to bring this back now. He is trying though.
And again, like 4 for 5th time, Viper does the exact same thing, and Cheddarow just does not punish it. It's crazy. The mix-up here for Viper is just no mix-up. Go up and throw, and into the cider. That was quite the mistake from Viper using that lance recovery. It is incredibly easily punished by anybody with good spacing. But that is going to be an incredibly fast and furious 2-1 for Cheddarow on Smallbrook Haven.
I'm not quite sure. I think we're going to be seeing Akno and Swara now. Is that right?
But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. We are going to be taking a bit of a break. However, we are saving the best bit of the tournament for last. We are going to be going into the finals from now on, starting with Akno and Swara. We'll catch you after this break.
max.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the top 4, I believe, of the 2021 EU 1v1 version of the Summer Slayem Redux tournament. We are going to be starting off. We are finals, which is going to be Acno versus Swara. We saw both of these players earlier on in the bracket. But let's see what they're bringing to the table today in this winners finals match. How we?
I
How
saw
you
the
feel?
cross pick. For a second, I saw the cross pick from Acno. He went on it again. He's just switching up the skin, I think. He's all over the place. I'm not sure what to expect.
I've seen him covering over that Ogrim. I've seen him covering over that cross. Acno, he can play anything, man. He can go like Zario, and then absolutely dominating that out of the blue.
I mean, yeah.
The thing is, Zario wouldn't even be that much of an off pick because he has the bow from Koji and he has the gauntlets from Vow, which we've seen him play both in tournament. So this is really gonna be a crazy set, I feel. Swada's neutral game, as you have said in the past, is insanely strong. But the question is, who would be able to match Acno's insane gameplay?
Three, two,
Already going into
You're
the
not
Demon
on
Island.
Demon Island. Yes. We are seeing the Ogrim pick from Acno. Not sure how to feel about that. I don't know if I've ever seen Acno play Lance.
I mean, he does have the axe from Bryn, and he did have level 29, nearly 30 on Ogrim, so he must be somewhat familiar with it.
For sure.
But I feel like with the amount of time that these players spent in the game, oh gosh, that's terrible for Acno. Put himself underneath the stage and then had nothing but a recovery left, which led to his demise. What a closing out with weapon loss.
Nice sword punishes from Swara.
Woo! That neutral stick catching out the spot dodge on select frames.
Acno trying to get the kill confirm on Swara now. Misses the D-Sig and Ogrim.
I feel like he's going to be looking for a lot of these Ogrim sticks, as he does, landing that D-Sig, just because of how fast and how strong they are. Ogrim is probably one of the best axe kits, if not the best, in terms of signatures.
I mean, yeah. I would have to agree with you. Nice stumps there. We did see Acno again with the Bryn against yeah, he did play Bryn, right? We saw Acno on Bryn. Yeah.
No,
So
actually he
maybe
played Boldvar against Viper. So I'm pretty sure
Maybe-
it was against Piggy.
maybe he's an upcoming Axe player.
I mean, and I don't think describing Acno as up and coming is giving him justice, to be honest.
No, I mean
But-
up and coming. But well, of course, he's already solidified himself as a great player. But when I think Acno, I don't exactly think Axe. Maybe Axe is something that he's going to start working on.
I mean, he's already seems to have put a lot of work into it, having a level 59 or so Bren and this 29 Ogrim. So he is at the banquet here because of that first stock now, taking on hefty damage from the sword from Swara. Delight Seer from the GC gonna end his stock as well. Best of 5, so he's got a bit of room to work with, but he's gotta figure out something, and fast.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna see now what Akno is going to pick in the second round.
Oh man, I would not be surprised if he either went for the Brent or exactly back to one of his standard picks.
We saw the board drop for a second.
I'm guessing it's gonna be either the Bodvar, the Koji, or the Vow, something with sword and things. Yep, there it
We
is.
are seeing Bodvar versus Bodvar.
And I love how literally every single pro, except for like low capped, runs this exact skin on Bodvar.
I mean, it's the best skin. It looks amazing.
Capped, but okay.
3, 2,
What do you mean, Cap?
brawl.
Have you seen the bear?
It's horrible.
Okay. Let's save that for another time. Let's save it for another time, as Akno seems to be landing some great damage here with his Bolvar signatures. Whoa, that's gonna be hard for Swada to come back from, and he's not gonna be able to, in fact, taking a stock within 20 seconds of the game starting.
Both players trying to outmaneuver each other at the moment. Nice end from Akno.
The Rambala down there coming out again.
What
Oh, that
was
a really
that?
nice turnaround.
That was amazing. Nice
Dump
stop there
picking
from
up
Akno. Knocking him in off stage. Nice follow up with it there, which is going to be the kill confirm. This is a very big contrast compared to the last game. Akno is doing very well against Swada.
That was an insanely calculated recovery, by the way. Going for that horizontal dodge into double jump. Swada just trying to do anything, throwing the hammer, the sword, the kitchen sink over the edge to get Akno to die. There it is. Misses the weapon juggle, quite unfortunate. Gonna give Akno the weapon instantly after spawning. Oof. Exhausted recovery, barely can't touch his Swada. That might just be enough. Swada is actually getting some really good damage here off of the sword. He's gonna throw it away. Gonna have to pick up the hammer on his next pickup. Gets a Russian
sure.
Mafia woman there to finish it off. Wow.
You don't see that too often in pro gameplay. A lot of people dislike using it.
It is quite a specific option. Swada though making perfect use out of it. Great free piece there as well to start it off. He's gonna need a lot more than that to even it out, however.
Stomp there doesn't hit. Recovery is going to take down Swada. 1-1 now. Moving
Wow.
into the game that will matter the most. We're seeing the exact same picks again. Bodvar versus Bodvar. Question is, which stage are we going to? We're going to Demon Island. I'm not surprised.
It seems like the players have agreed. They have settled upon this map to be their stage for the entirety of this set. Demon Island honestly seems like a really enjoyable match in pro play. It's quite a mix-up from the platforms that let you can just camp on one side of the stage, and you can't
Yeah.
really stay on the side too long because of how small it is. So I do see why pro players would enjoy playing on this map. Akno though, not really enjoying his time here as he is taking major damage. Gonna get the ground pound, but that's not gonna be nearly enough to get rid of Swada.
Great pull-ups from Swada. Nice weapon throw. Trying to lead into something, misses the Sarah. Akno managed to punish it with the recovery. Desperately trying to fall, even went as far as to just ground pound straight down.
Wow. Akno going for these unorthodox options, currently not working out for him, as Swada expecting all of them and punishing back accordingly. Clean play coming out from Swada. That's Akno dead. He did not touch. What a turnaround.
This is his tournament stock. But we are in finals. We are in winners, sorry, so... But yeah, it's not his tournament stock. What am I talking about? We're in final. We're in winners.
It is
Holy.
absolutely not tournament stock, considering the fact that this is best of 5 instead of best of 3.
Mm.
And we are tied 1-1, and Swara is going to get a free stock onto Acno on his own legend. 112 damage dealt by Acno, swapping over to the Vow.
You know it's about to get real when you see Akino switching to the Val pick.
You absolutely know Acno is getting serious, dude. No messing around anymore. And if he loses, everybody knows by now that Acno is most comfortable in the losers bracket. He has said it himself. He swaps over his music playlist when he goes down to losers. So maybe he's just looking for that mental boost.
Mental boost for going to losers bracket. He's like the reverse of what other people think. A lot of people drop their gameplay when they get to losers because nerves, etc.
The inner machinations of Acno's mind are an enigma. These gauntlets do seem to be working out for him, however, enigmatic to Swada, as it would seem, as he is taking a lot more damage. Swapping over to the sword, however, as Swada is getting more in return. Oh man, that's gonna be a hard comeback from Acno. Not gonna be possible due to that weapon throw from Swada guarding him from reaching the edge.
Nice there recovery from Akino.
I'm wondering if that was true there. It might have been.
Akino struggling against Swada's neutral. Nice.
Wow, this hammer from Swada getting so many hits into Acno. He's gonna need a lot of gauntlet damage to get back from this. Dude, that scene just there is exactly how I would explain Acno. Like, he just stands still for a second and then explodes into a burst of movement and craziness.
For sure. Nice dare from Swada. This looks like it could be anyone's game, to be honest. We're not seeing a lot of crazy stuff happening. It's just trades. Nice!
Whoa!
Oh my god! Just as I said, we're not seeing anything crazy happening. What was that? Thing is, Akino is able to pull that stuff off so quickly that you barely realize what has happened to you before you're dead.
You absolutely have milliseconds of time to react to that kind of play from Acno. He absolutely calculated that. He knew exactly what was going to happen and how it was going to happen. Now back on the offstage, Swada managed to avoid that side signature, but he is taking so many dares from Acno that it's unreal.
Oof, that D-Sig was very close.
Acno really trying to use these sliders and gauntlets to readjust his position while in the air, but Swada is doing a really great job at catching his landings.
That is going to be the win for Swada. Swada is going to progress to the grand finals, and we're going to see Akino in losers bracket later.
That was a 3-1 going the way of Swada. Acno going down to losers bracket, and we are gonna be seeing him in the set after this one currently, which we are gonna be moving on to Blaze versus Chatterall, and Blaze continuing the one legend one set trend that he's been going on, swapping over to Ogrim currently.
What if he's going to stick with it though? He's swapping legends all around the place.
I wonder if he's considering a Hatari pick with that carryover of the spear from Bryn. Oh, there comes Chatterall.
Sword is very good. And not even recently, just sword is good.
Yep. And there's that Parsec avatar that you were talking about, and it does look incredibly clean.
It's amazing. I love it so much. We're now going to see Blaze on the Hattori. Definitely excited to see his spear gameplay when he's on the Hattori. Chedro is on the Bodvar.
Blaze's Spear is probably one of my favorite things to watch. Over
Yeah.
Chedro. Honestly, I can't help but root for Chedro. Like, I just know him as an OG, and I just really enjoy watching him play. Like, look at that!
I
Look
can't
at that.
help but root for Blaze. I mean, I'm a Bryn main. Of course I have to.
You have to root for Blaze, but like, look at Chedro. He's playing out of his mind right now. He's got a full stock lead on Blaze, nearly. And he's just looking to continue that end this Sordero that is happening right now.
Chedro is playing amazingly. Although I do have to say, if it starts going downhill for Blaze, I would not be very surprised if we see a brain pick coming out as a last resort even.
I feel like he's definitely keeping the Brand in his back pocket.
Yeah, for sure.
Just as that emergency button. He does seem to be winning out on these sword exchanges though. Doesn't manage to fully get the edge guard. Chedro is gonna make it back and get more damage on him. Nice interrupt there with the GCT light.
Really beautiful GC downlight into recovery. Very, very tight that look. Nice recovery, misses the weapon throw. Commits off stage, but fails to get anything out of it. Really looking for this KO right now in any way that he can achieve it.
It's insane how good Chedro's movement is. Like, to be able to land like that against Blaze's spear, you have to have really good movement, and you have to be really unpredictable to be able to do that.
Nice recovery punish, punishing that spear there. He's going to take down Blaze's stock. Going to be sticking to the sword.
Dude, look at him. Chedro is just zipping around the map like Speedy Gonzalez. And he's not even on a high-speed legend, unlike Blaze, who's on the Hattori.
Yeah. Chedro does have amazing movement. Blaze slowly but surely closing the gap of their stocks and damage though. Chedro now in the red, off stage, in a bad position, managed to get the dare. Weapon throw doesn't quite hit. Chedro is now back
I love the
on
way that
stage.
he used the exhausted recovery there. He knew that he didn't need damage distance, and putting out that hitbox really helped him guard himself from Blaze. It didn't hit, and he didn't get anything out of it, but the thought was well conceived. And there, again, you see an example of a really good platform movement from Chedro, managing to get that sidelight onto Blaze, putting him in an edge guard position.
Nice air punish from Blaze. Manages to catch that GC downlight. Does a GC downlight himself. Managed to get it into the dare. Good neutral air from Chedro.
I feel like Chedro is so consistent on the sword, and I feel like part of the reason for that is because he literally has not used a single signature in the set, I'm pretty sure, so far.
Neither has Blaze, I think, actually.
No, he got the KO with side sig, but that's the only one.
Player one
And
wins.
this was just game one, ladies and gentlemen. Going over to Blaze, this set is bound to be insane.
Very, very even. I'm excited to see if we're going to see any new picks. It appears Blaze has left the lobby.
He is going to be going for a restart on his game. Maybe his frame rate wasn't great, maybe he had a bit of trouble with the connection. He still managed to pull out that game despite any technical issues that he might be having, and props to him.
Oh,
Chedro joining in on his controller. Gotta fight
Chedro
himself.
versus Chedro.
Okay. Blaze is back and back on the Hattori. Chedro has managed to swap over to the core, going in with his gauntlets.
Three, two, one, brawl.
Demon
Going in,
Island once again. So much of this map has been tournament recently.
Yeah. Not even just in this tournament, just in general. In the officials as well.
I cannot complain, honestly. This man just lets you do volatile plays like we saw Akko did in last set.
And it's just consistent. On top of that,
Yep.
this map is what you make of it. Nice. Ensig follow-up.
Great punish there from Chedro, outspacing, or rather underspacing that Spear Cider, looking for the finish off with the hammer. Not going to be able to get it off the side against Blaze's Spear. This is a dangerous position. Blaze is renowned for his spear downers in the offstage, but not gonna be enough as the Storm Cider from the hammer. Gonna finish it out.
Okay, speaking of the sword, managed to take his stock down with the recovery.
Once again, we're seeing this weapon star game come from Chedro, similar to what Fridasoul was trying to do in his set against, I believe it was Blaze himself again. And just because Blaze with a weapon is incredibly hard to fight, so we want to keep him around as much as possible.
Especially on the spear. I mean, Blaze's spacing on spear is just out of this world.
It is phenomenal, and Chedro being able to play around it this well is honestly my regards to Chedro for that. Whoa! The chase dodge down into the recovery, predicting that spear recovery from Blaze. What a play!
Oh, beautiful combo. The downlight there recovery, taking Chedro's stock down. Now weapon starving Chedro, going to try to get some hits on sword. Managed to get a few. Gets hit by the end light, which allows Chedro to get the weapon. Not really committing to the off stage. I think that's actually a pretty good decision for Blaze at the moment. It seems like he's pretty comfortable going against Chedro's neutral. Chedro's hammer's kinda messing him up now though.
Chedro's hammer is going insane. He is going to be charmed of it though. I'm going to grab the gauntlets once again. Near into GC and light, the staple of Chedro. Great punish there, and oh wow, that was an incredible delay there by Blaze. He jumped and then spot dodged to manage to avoid that.
Nice round.
Never mind.
That's amazing. I really thought Blaze had that in the bag, but that looked so good for Blaze, but Chedro's kill efficiency just really is a lot better than his. At least for this game.
Chedro is getting mirrored on the gauntlets, the weapon that he became known for back in the day. And Blaze is just calling him out, saying, I can beat you on this, on your weapon. Let's see if he can back that up with actions.
We're going to see that, especially now considering Blaze got it as his first weapon. Struggling to hit Chedro as he is beating him up with unarmed. Looking for any opening. Chedro's hammer, extremely lethal. Managed to get the downline there. Now looking for an opener. Managed to get the side sig. Throws him off stage. Goes for another one. Doesn't hit. Sarah will punish Blaze though, which will take down his stock.
What is it with people in fully charging sets against Blaze? We've
I
seen
don't
it with
know.
Cry and now Chatteron. Once again, same jump into delayed spot dodge, avoiding the recovery from Blaze. Oh wow, that was so risky from Blaze, but he managed to dodge through that recovery. That would have been the end of the stock.
Managed to get the recovery, which will take down Chatteron's stock. Sticking to the gauntlets. I did not expect that. I thought he would for sure go with the spear. Misses the NC, gets punished for it. Oh wait, I think...
Oh! That was a really good play by Chatteron. He forced out every single option Blaze had, and then confirmed it with that GCD sig. They're just throwing out these nairs like it's Christmas.
The way... has Blaze been red out of sidelight on gauntlets a single time so far?
No, he has not. However, Chatteron is getting insane gauntlet damage on him due to him managing to position himself in a stacked way in comparison to Blaze nearly all the time. There's a side swing.
I would assume Blaze is used to fighting gauntlets considering, you know, who his teammate is.
I will assume so as well, but he has taken a lot of damage to the gauntlet specifically on this last stock of his. That was a really interesting read, going for that side air. I guess it is a bit more safe than say a D-line read.
Blaze closing the gap of the damage lead, slowly but
man.
surely.
Chatteron went for the low cap special there, spot dodge into stomp side air, and the D-sig once again to finish it off. Let's go.
That is going to be game 2 for Chatteron. Blaze now needs 2 wins back to back to be able to make it. Are we seeing Blaze on Olgrim? We are, aren't we? We're seeing
Yes,
Blaze
we
back
are.
on that track. Going on Demon Island again, of course.
I don't understand why he's avoiding the Bren. Like, you played Spear. That didn't work out. You played Axe in the previous sets. That didn't work out.
3, 2, 1.
Your Spear and your Axe worked out. Everything else didn't. So what are you doing?
I'm not sure myself. I really am not. Axe does indeed seem to be working out well for him. He keeps getting these good hits on Chatteron with a slight damage lead. This could be turned around any moment though. Especially considering he's on the hammer, that is... And the gauntlet ground pan as well. Following up with the Sir, trying to get the recovery. Doesn't hit, Blaze will punish it with an Axe Sir. Nice how he jumped over that and just did the D6 instantaneously.
And there we see that D-Stick that I was talking about when Acton was playing Ogrim. Blaze utilizing it really, really well. Oh man, Chatteron might be in danger here of losing his first stock before Blaze loses his. Yes, he will.
Blaze now with the slight lead. Gonna try to get as much damage as he can before he goes down himself. Misses the downline, managed to get the read. Get some juicy hits on it. Oh, I thought we were about to see that infamous Lance 0 to death. Close, but not close enough. Still able to bring him down to orange. That is absolutely amazing play from Blaze. Able to
That
get
is
this very
absolutely
big
worth
lead.
trade.
Managed to get the lead once again, dodging in the same way against the same attack again now. Down on the red, while Blaze is still in his early yellow. Nice stomps there.
Whoa!
What? That killed at orange!
Demon
That was
Island, baby!
so far to the right. That was so far to the right. That was like almost a clean stock coming out from Chatteron. Well, not exactly, but holy. Blaze managed to take the stock down though from Chedro.
But he went from being in a leading position to being on the backhand in the exact same position that Cheddar was in one stock ago.
This is losers. If Blaze loses this, he is out. This one stock is what it all relies on.
And that's exactly what
read-
Cheddar is
yeah.
hoping for. Blaze though on the lance, not gonna allow any of that to happen. This is why he's picked Ogrim over Bryn. This lance pick here is what's carrying him through this game. Just because of that matchup into gauntlets the lance has.
Nice way he avoided that recovery. Oh, he was trying to read something there, but it didn't really quite work out. Waiting for him to come up so he can
man.
finish it off with the recovery. Well played.
Incredible jump read there from Blaze. Just instant jump recovery it's actually a really fast option on Lance. As slow as Lance recovery is, releasing it instantly like that actually has very low startup. So it caught Chedro off guard and read his jump, evening up the set.
Three, two.
I almost kind of wish that Blaze wins this just so we can see the Akno versus Blaze. Then again, Chedro for sure has a good shot at it, keeping in mind how he's been playing these last couple of games. However, we're now moving into this game where Chedro is playing very well on his hammer so far. No apparent lead. Blaze is trying to change that. Chedro comes with his own response. Managed to get the Sair. Misses the Ensig. Blaze gets the punish from that.
It's incredible how like 2 or 3 hits can just instantly turn around or lead with these heavy weapons.
Yeah. Especially when it's so tight to begin with.
Yep.
If that stomp was actually on the other side, I'm pretty sure that would have hit. That's very unfortunate.
Does not matter. He's gonna get the juggle with the neutral. He's gonna be able to get back to safe, but another neutral is gonna finish the stock. No cigar there for Blaze. No quarter rather. That was smart by Chedro, dodging early so that he could get his dodge back potentially by the time that he reached the wall. However, he did not have that kind of time.
Amazing.
Massive X damage. He's
Right.
massive out the D-line. Oh my god, he actually got a read out of sidelight. That's crazy.
Against Blaze? Yeah, that's crazy.
I love how it sounds like such a minuscule thing, but against these pro players, nothing is for granted.
Absolutely. Nice dash jump Sair from Blaze. Follows it up with the ground pound. It doesn't hit though. Chedro taking down his stock. A hammer recovery and a weapon throw was all it took.
The thing is, Blaze should have known. Blaze should have known he couldn't make that back, so he should have just stayed up. But he was not sure. He doubted himself, and that cost him the stock. Chedro only made it back with a chase dodge from Blaze, from the hitting on Blaze.
It is not over yet though. Blaze trying to look for this KO. Chedro just doesn't even let him land.
Keeping up the pressure.
Blaze has landed now though. He's going to need to get this KO quite quickly. He tries. The D-Sig misses. The second D-Sig misses. Throwing out attacks left and right, but Chedro seems to be avoiding all of them. The Sair will kill him though.
Both players swinging for the fences with these big, heavy weapons. Looking for any kind of side air, any kind of down air, just to finish off the stock.
Chedro
Oh,
is
man.
going to be on the gauntlets. The primary threat to Blaze right now are those gauntlet sigs. And yeah, well, yeah, those are mainly it. I think it would have been a lot more scary if he was fighting Hammer in this situation, which now
There
he is. But
there
at this
he
point,
goes.
he is. Even the damage difference. Managed to get the weapon though. Managed to get the ground pound. Commits to
Oh
the
my
edge
God.
guard. Fails.
Incredible
ever so
dodge there from
slightly.
Chedro.
Misses the Sarah.
Oh
Follows
my
up with
goodness.
another one, and that is going to be the set to Blaze. Well played.
Wow.
The way he was able to turn that around, that was insane. Well played. I don't know what to say.
Blaze just absolutely popped off. Smack, 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 smack. And then just finishing it off with that trophy taunt. Getting it with that rank glory. Wow.
Very
Moving
impressive.
Moving on into the losers finals, going up against his own 2v2 teammate Akno, and Akno is on the Surrey, man. What in the hell is happening?
Bear in mind that the prize for winning this match is going to be going into the grand finals. So this is, well, other than grand finals, this is the most important match.
Yep. This is what is going to decide whether you get $100 or $150, I believe. From this tournament. Oh, the GC Enlight from Akno. Really an orthodox option on sword, especially when aimed towards the stage. Going for those bounce combos, almost like a scythe player.
Oh man, I don't even know how to cast what Akino is doing now because it's happening way too quickly. Akino is just, he's living at a different speed.
Akno's just doing Akno, dude.
Yeah. Blaze is desperately
Oh my
trying to
goodness.
find a room to breathe. Managed
Oh
to
my
get
god,
back.
he didn't touch!
That wasn't a touch. I thought that was a touch.
He went in so deep with that neutral air that he could not get back. And Blaze absolutely knew it, man. He just went on stage and didn't even bother.
Nice read from Blaze.
If Akno
Oh,
were
that
to
was
lose to his
very-
own teammate, that would be quite
Ye-
an upset, honestly.
These nairs are so close to
Historically,
hitting
he
it.
has been the 1v1 player in this. He's been the one champion in this dynamic.
Do you see what he was doing there? He was expecting that recovery, so he GC downlighted it, but I think he misjudged just the hitboxes of Axe recovery. He had the right idea, but he didn't execute it.
Yeah, the timing of that is incredibly precise. You have to get it as soon as he reaches next to you, but before the hitbox comes out. Magma going for these GCD lights up high, sure to KO if he lands one.
Gets the recovery, which is going to take down Blaze's stock. What weapon is he going to stick with? He's going to stick with the sword, or going to try to rely on his consistent neutral game. Oof! The side light into Ser. Trying to anti-air him. Thrown off stage.
Going
That's very
super
high up.
high from Magma, ground pounding back, sticking that sword into the ground even. Oh!
Missing a
Incredible
lot of
phase did not connect.
Managed to get a downlight from that ground pound. Managed to get a downlight Ser yet again. Tries to go for another one. However, Blaze outspaced it this time. Back to anti-air.
The bounce combos coming out from Akno. Gonna go for that GCD light. Recovery gonna save Blaze from that one.
Both players now trying to look for the KO. The D-Sig just barely misses. Akno gets the Seer into the weapon throw, which is going to take down Blaze's stock. First game goes to Akno.
And look how they're not even phased. Like, Blaze is just kind of chilling. He is gonna take a bit of a pause, maybe get some water. And he's gonna swap over to Scarlet. What?
Alright.
Blaze is playing Scarlet. I'm confused. He's playing 4-speed Scarlet against Tank now. I don't know if he thinks that I don't know if he thinks that this is the pick, Or if he's just messing around and, you know, playing against his friend.
I obviously can't tell because he played well on the lance. He also played well on the hammer. And then again, I know that they had a very long conversation about this on the Parsec stream, where you have to play, especially because they play together so much. He's gonna have to play something that Akno is not used to seeing.
Oh, that's true. Will it matter though, considering how good Akno is at adapting? Seemingly, yes, his Blaze managed to take the first stock, but once again, Akno's adaptation might just carry him through the set.
That hammer skin is so sick, by the way. Just a small side note.
Depends on the cutter, but yes.
He's just trying to punish that, didn't quite find a way to do so. Managed to catch his landing, tries to follow up with that side sig.
Oh
Akno
wow,
pasting him in the air, not even trying to catch landings anymore. Just going for it, just for like 2 seconds straight, he was just running towards Blaze.
Dude, these guys are not even jumping anymore, they're just flying. They're levitating.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a bit of stage control here on this land. And we're looking for that DC, the Cosmic Special. Gonna land it as well.
Nice, GCN life. He's been studying the chosen bots.
Yeah. Oh man. He is gonna lose his stock to Blaze though. Now it's just again, there it is. Patience into sudden volatility. That's just Akno in a nutshell.
Blaze trying his best to respond to it, and to be quite honest, he's doing a pretty good job so far. Managing to get these juggles on the hammer as well. Looking for a stomp, was unable to get it. Ah, just ever so slightly missing that end sig punish.
Akno missing the read. Going in for that GCD line ground pound. Looking for the recovery, not gonna be able to get it. Blaze not giving anything. Free. Wow, Akno's really careful when it comes to getting this KO. Gotta run straight into the D6, straight into the neutral light. Blaze has him in a bad position, but he's gonna get down there. That's gonna be the KO with the weapon to cancel the recovery.
These weapon throws are really just a staple of the top gameplay of EU. It always fascinates me. That will be the KO though, the quick hammer there. Now leading into a 1-1 Blaze versus Akno. I can't tell. We are seeing wait. Yeah.
We're gonna see a softer bolt var from Akno mirroring that hammer pick the Blaze is running. I think this is gonna work out for Akno. The flares really were not the play there. He was getting decent damage, but he just wasn't able to finish off stocks as efficiently as Blaze did. And I think that Akno is good enough that he can build up damage with any weapon, regardless of how good it is at that particular quality.
The hammer from... Oh my god, what is happening? 1 second it looks like one is being destroyed, but then they instantly turn it around. What is this high-paced gameplay? It's 20 seconds into the game.
Dude, it's the Russian mafia, but it's like 2 rival gangs fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
Sider off to the stage. Oh man, Blaze is in a hard position here. Gonna get the dodge through that weapon throw. Gonna get back on stage.
Akno really just using a lot of his weapon throws. I think there's also a psychological aspect to using a lot of weapon throws, to where they're just going to be intimidated because they know that you can be hit even though you are on the other side of the stage.
Or I wouldn't call it intimidation, I just call it annoyance.
Perhaps. more just making your opponent very aware that yes, this is something I can do, now watch out for it, because then their options will be limited and then also easier to read if you decide to not go for the weapon throw.
It definitely puts him in a comfortable situation. Blazo not feeling comfortable in the slightest as he gets weapon thrown on off the side. He still has enough to make it back. Agno not gonna even go for the edge guard, instead gonna go for the weapon pickup. That gives Blaze a chance to get a stomp stare onto him. Second one, gonna put him off stage. Stomp recovery misses it. Oh no, Blaze is gonna die off the bat just because it doesn't have the option to get back.
This really is anyone's game. Really. This is really interesting because not only is it this tight, but it's also incredibly fast-paced at the same time. I barely know what's happening half of the time. What I do know though is Akno just lost the stock to Blaze's Emsig. He's going to be sticking to the hammer. Akno now trying to find a weapon. Managed to pick up the hammer.
Oh man, that recovery. He used a jump recovery there. A just a recovery would have caught Akno there and sent him down.
Oh, that dodge through his Sarah was very, very tight. What is playing like ninjas? Like you said, Blaze's ninja dodges, Akino responding with his own.
Wow.
I think that was definitely favorable for Akino. I think he's probably going to be sticking with that. If Blaze, I think if there's any time to whip out the Blaze pick, the Bryn pick, this would be now.
I would definitely agree with that. I feel like Blaze's downfall in that match was he overspaced 2 down lights, 1 GC, 1 normal, and that is what lost him the game.
We're seeing the Taros, which honestly isn't that far away. I mean, Taros is also definitely something that we know Blaze can play very competitively.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Makes sense, you know. He's the premier Axe player of EU, and he's been dominating Axe on this hammer. So it only makes sense to swap to Theros.
Sure does. Getting a rough start at the moment against Akno's neutral. Already orange with having limited hits on Akno. Really struggling against Akno's spacing and movement. Doesn't seem to be able to find openings.
Not gonna be on quite yet. Gonna be able to pick up that axe, but that's gonna put him in a bad position. Not gonna be able to recover from that. Actually going for the axe or weapon throw just to make sure. Not even, but he did not even need that, theoretically.
Got that hammer ditto at this moment. Blaze still struggling to break Akno's bubble. Come in with these approaches. Manages to dash through him and then downlight Sarah in the best direction.
Getting some nice axe damage here. But Akno's gonna be getting these juggles. Triple nair, looking for 4th. Oh no! Actually managed to miss that true combo of the sidelight into nair. That is gonna be really bad for Blaze, putting him into an off situation here as Akno is just looking for this KO.
Blaze does manage to find the Sarah. Does seem to be a bit more comfortable with his approaches now.
There we
Managed
go,
to grab
getting
the
that.
dodge to give him the 3-piece. Wanted to get the kill confirmed, but didn't have the chance to do so because of the weapon throw. Gets it with a downlight recovery, which is going to take down his dog.
Alrighty, both players just kind of hovering around. Blaze looking for the KO, Akno just looking for extra damage. Misses a stomp sider. Hits the second one. Ground pound not gonna be enough. Not gonna be close enough to hit the mark.
Managed to get the GC down like very fast. Very good reaction from Akno. He already has the comfortable lead. Only now, all he now needs to do is execute the kill confirm. He's struggling to do so as Blaze seems to be a lot more comfortable with his movement against Akno. The GC D-Sig will be enough though, and that is going to be Akno in Grand Finals. And Blaze knocked out of the tournament.
I love the way that Akno went, like, I love the way that Akno went D-Sig. Oh, he often told me. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, try again. Second time it hit. Alrighty.
What we're seeing now is actually a game we have already seen before. We already saw the Akno Swara before, where Swara managed to 3-1 him.
Let's see if he can get the same results. Akno swapping over to the Bryn. I believe he played Bolvar in the last set, but I am not sure as the legends haven't been filled in. Already a really good start for Akno.
I think we only saw Akno on the Bryn when he was playing against Viper. I'm not sure if it's just that he is feeling good on the Bryn because he is doing well on Bryn, or if that was purely because he was fighting Viper. He's going to notice that himself depending on how he's going to perform against Swara. So far it is going very well as he has a pretty good lead. Currently struggling against Swara. Gonna be looking for the kill confirm now. Managed to get the ground pound, throwing Swara very far away. Manages to get the kill confirm. GC side light far out. Amazing offstage from Akno.
As we should expect by this point. Sticking to that axe, looking for those big chunky hits.
Try to get the 3-piece on axe.
There
What you
it
have
is.
to out of it. Side sig will be enough to take Akno stock down.
That was a great play there from Swara. He knew that Akno literally only had the recovery to get back. He couldn't make it back with the other options that he had. So he just stood back, made sure he didn't get hit, and punished it properly. And now everybody's kind of just looking for down air, side airs. Down air, down air, down air.
Akno really utilizing his GC'd side lights on Axe too. GC'd everything on Axe actually, which is not really something that you see a lot on Axe, especially the GC end lights. They're not too common, which could be what is surprising Swara. Tries to go for a GC side light even when down there. Managed to get the...
Quite
I mean,
surprising. Whoa!
man, feels like I've said GC like 50 times at this game. What is happening? Do you not even care that there's no ground on you? I want that under your feet.
Akno once again getting these hard hitting swings on the axe. Swara, oh my god. Again, Akno goes off stage. Something happens. Like you blink, and then the stock is gone somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, really. I mean, there's no word to describe Akno's offstage. I would say Akno's offstage. The only thing I could compare it to would be maybe Boomy, because he can just go down there and just continuously react to what the opponent is going to do until your opponent has died. Like there's no going back, and he knows that he will have a better success rate if he just commits.
He gets one read, and everything from there on is 100% guaranteed when you're playing against Akno. You do not have an option that is going to counter it. That's just how it is.
Playing very well on the axe so far. Goes off stage but misses the dare, unfortunately. Swara will get the hammer recovery into the weapon throw. Akno still managing to recover out of that.
Oh man, great punish there from Swara, really extending it with, to its fullest with that dare into recovery. Swara looking a lot more solid on this second match. Or rather the second game of the match.
Ooh. That Ensig was so close. I really thought that would hit. I think Akno did too. Nice dodge of Swara through his weapon throw. I think why didn't he use a recovery? I'm confused. I think maybe he was looking for something else.
I cannot say, and that's just pure fear. Pure fear and terror in the face of Akno is what caused Swara's death in that situation. Oh my god.
There we go again.
Almost did it again.
Full
He almost did it
commitment.
again.
Swara, light yellow, Akno going with the full commitment. That is what makes his offstage special. And also, what makes his offstage so scary.
Yep. You never know when he's gonna just pop off. Like, he could be playing on the other side of the stage, doing nothing, just like he is now. And then 2 seconds later, he can be on top of you, just, you know, screwing you up. But I'm not gonna get the Edgar, gonna get some decent damage off of it, however. Oh, carrying neutral six.
Swara looking for these Sairs, manages to hit one
Dodge
of
was
them.
forced out,
Another
recovery, only option, and Swara punishes it promptly, taking the small lead.
Swara dominating the stage control at this moment. Akno struggling to get back, struggling to have any ground to stand on.
Oh my
Amazing
goodness!
DC downlight recovery from Swara. We are 1-1. That is what we were talking about. That is what Akno tried to do on unarmed. Swara managed to pull it off though, but with the sword this time instead.
That was in orange. Akno swapping over to the Ragnar, looking for those guitars for that quick, for those quick diagonal hits against Hammer, presumably.
Three, two, one, brawl!
And there they are. There's those quick guitar hits, getting so
Oh my
many recoveries onto Swara.
Not giving Swara any space to breathe at the moment. What is happening?
Hard read.
The first wait, has Swara had a single hit on Akno yet?
No,
I'm not
he
sure.
has
I don't
not.
think so.
He has not.
He's
That's a clean stock.
That's a clean stock. That's a clean stock right there.
Akno just going nuts in the guitars.
Managed to get one sword aside there. Misses the other ones though. Getting a few hits now, finally.
This feels like a clan battle where Swara was left in 2 stocks in the previous match. Cause, oh my god.
Oh my
Man.
god, I think he actually saved Akno's life from that. I'm not completely sure. He could have had another option.
Wow. Akno is completely dominating game number 3. Swara does not know what to do against this Ragnar. I guess with some side air, but it might be too little too late. Sidelight not gonna get punished with a free hit. Akno is just going insane. A weapon throw. Swara went low to try and avoid it, but that's gonna be his downfall. Oh my goodness.
Player
Akno
one
is
wins.
unrelenting. 3-0 within a minute of starting the game.
That was 1 minute and 20-second game. Again, you never know what's going to happen when you're watching Akno play. The other couple of matches when he was playing, it's been a very slow-paced match. Now all of a sudden it's happening very quickly. We're seeing Swara on the Asuri now. He's also deciding to go with these Katars.
Throwing away that hammer, which has done so much for him. Just for these Katars. I can agree with swapping away from hammer, to be honest, because those diagonals from Katars can really screw you up.
Absolutely. Swara now being the first one to get a hit on Akno in contrast to last game where it took him a while to get the first hit.
Yeah, Akno just came with a completely different playstyle, and I think Swara is starting to adapt to it just now. So Akno is gonna have to make a couple of changes before he can, you know, get the same amount of lead that he had last match.
We're now on the Qatar Ditto. Swara throwing away his Qatar's hope probably to get the sword. Doesn't Akno doesn't allow that to happen though, as he's switching over to the looking for any attack that will be able to take down Swada's stock. Misses the side sig, gives Swada the punish.
Oh my goodness, that side sig was so close to getting Swada. Neutralite, weapon throw gonna force out the dodge, but it's not gonna lead into anything. As Swada manages to get back to Katars. Edge guarding Akno now. Akno going for the reversal. Everybody's just going crazy on this off stage, and the ground point is gonna finish off Swada's stock. Akno's going to Katars.
It feels like they are playing the same on stage as they are in the bottom corner of the map. Like, they... the way they're keeping their cool, even though what's at stake.
They're just going full throttle, no brakes, no stopping. And in my opinion, that's exactly how you should be playing on Katars. Like, come on now.
No comment.
Man, Swada could have had an edge guard opportunity there, but decided to keep it, deciding that Akno has a bit too many options there.
Nice side sig from Swada. Akno now going to need something, probably, he's going to need to play fairly well to be able to win this.
We both know that Akno is capable of doing that, but the question is Swada going to allow it?
For sure, the way he's just able to turn stuff around, like he just did, by the way. Like, I don't know if you're watching at the game, like, we're talking about how he might be able to turn it around, and as we're talking about it, he already has.
He's even it up. He hasn't turned it around yet.
Not completely, but it's more even than it was before. Swada, though, is starting to make that undone. However, Akno really committing off stage. No! That is going to be the KO!
Player 2 wins.
Amazing ground pound. Really well played of Swada, able to keep his cool even in a stressful situation like that. We are now 2-2, where if Swada gets the win, that will be the end of the tournament. And if Akno wins, we are going to have a bracket reset, and this entire best out of 5 will be repeated. We are seeing Akno on the classic Koji pick. This is the pinnacle of Akno.
Where's the tank Koji though? I don't like the skin. Bad skin.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
Going on the same map.
Akno's gonna lose, I'm calling it now, just because of the skin.
I doubt it.
Look at it! Look at what
I don't
Swada's doing!
I doubt it will be because of the skin.
Nah, dude, it's all about the mental, and the skin is the mental.
Nice anti-airs coming in from Akno. Managed to get the landing. Even though he got the landing though, Swada still... Swada's approaches and punishes are on point today.
Man, I didn't think that I would see Swada's Katars coming out today, but they have been phenomenal.
They really have.
Akno
He
choosing
really-
to go for that weapon deny.
He's really just been searching around until he found something that did work, and now he has against Akno. But because Akno is now on a different pick, you never know what is going to happen. Nice!
Oh.
And that was very clean.
There you see it. You never know what's gonna happen. Swada being mostly in control for the stock, and Akno just taking it right at the end.
Swada
Oh man,
trying.
barely outspacing that neutral air. Great sideline.
Akno to get anything he could before he went down. He got a bit.
Katars?
Probably
Yep.
wanted more.
Man, I love the way that these players have been using Katars recovery. It has been incredible to watch.
If Swada wins this, then that will be the end of the tournament, with him walking away first place. He knows that.
Akno allow it to happen.
Doesn't seem like he managed to grab the dodge. Goes for the 3-piece again. Follows it up with another N-Sig, which will KO. Now Akno with a small lead. Swara will need to be able to pull this back to win.
He can do it. We have seen his Qatars do massive work in this set alone, but will he be able to do it again? Over on the sword against Akno's bow, gonna be able to get the punish on the recovery. Akno does not have options here. Swara just has to go for the ground pound. No, he misses it. He goes for a GC Dila instead.
Misses his downlight approach.
Getting the stock early or not could be the deciding factor between whether Swara wins or loses.
Swara playing very calmly and collectively to try to take down Akno stock with the minimal damage taken. Taking a few hits though, not what you would want in his situation. Taking the nair and recovery on you.
Akno just pushing this further and further and further. Recovery. Swara is not looking good. Gonna get the KO, but he is in a dire position. He needs to get some insane play here for the in order to run the reset.
Akno managed to get the downlight ground pound. Swara is in killable damage at any point. This could all go downhill for him.
One
Akno,
strong hit, one
I'm
true combo. He's gonna be the end.
No.
There
Managed to
it
get the
is.
downlight recovery, which is going to lead to Akno to win this game. That is bracket reset. Akno managed to reset the bracket. We have to do another best out of 5.
Oh my goodness, he is bringing out VJN.
Wait, what? Wait. Is this a visual glitch?
I do
Is
not
it-
believe so. Swara on the Vow, Akno on the JN. We are doing this.
I haven't seen a genuine pick in a very long time. I know some of them played it in Parsec. Maybe it's resurfacing. We will see. Akno gets on the greatsword. Managed to get a few good hits.
Oh, that was a great free piece there from Swara. Gonna be able to extend it off of it as well with another 2 hits. Oh my goodness, P6 almost puts Swara into a dead position. And it will put him into a dead position as he loses his first stock while Akno is still in the dark yellow.
I'd say doesn't hit. Akno going off stage. Swara could have punished that. I think he did not because he was scared.
And it's incredibly hard to cast Greatsword because people just do that, and I don't know what either of those. I don't know what none of those moves are or what they do, but he just took a stock from one read.
Both players looking for an opener now. Both players playing a bit more laid back, a bit more careful.
Akno's not careful at all, man. He knows what he can afford to go for, and he is
Oh
absolutely
no. Akno is careful, but when he gets to something in neutral game, he doesn't stop. He does not stop. He stops if he has to, which is whenever Swata like either breaks free or hits him. If that doesn't happen, he's gonna keep going until he can't anymore.
Speaking of breaking free, I'm pretty sure that Swata's mental is absolutely shattered right now, considering the fact that he is swapping legends around like a pinball.
3, 2,
Especially after he dominated, like he performed so well against Akno in winners final, and now he has been able to successfully reset the bracket and still be on the lead, excuse me.
That's how it always goes, though. Akno gets into winners, goes down 3-1, 3-0, whatever, and then comes back from losers, gets the reset. That's the status quo. I honestly, I feel like the number of resets in grand finals has been like, I don't know, doubled since Akno has started dominating the scene.
Probably.
Sort of though, doing really well in this game too of reset. Oh gosh, I think that's gonna end it.
Going to be interesting to see Greatsword versus Bow as well.
Just
Like,
because
I'm not
they both
sure.
have-
I don't know a lot about Greatsword, but I know that they both can have pretty stupid priority rounded.
Yeah, they both have that downlight, which is incredibly long range. That's why Swara was spacing so far away from Akno in the past game, just to get away from that downlight. But it was unsuccessful, as he is still at a deficit. Punish there.
Swara with the quick bow punishes. Akno managed to catch his landing with the 3-piece is going to be enough to take him down. Light red, one ring was all it took. Swara now is going to pick up the sword. Sword versus Greatsword. Oh, well, that's ironic, isn't it?
And it seems like the great sword is going to be greater than the sword.
Hmm.
Although Swarak has been bringing it back, he has disarmed Akno, disarmed himself, but he has a weapon to pick up. Gotta push Akno away with the down air, get the sword, looking for a KO here for downlight most likely. Akno managed to get the great sword again.
What? The Greatsword, where you cancel your combo on Greatsword and then you just keep it going, it still amazes me how
I
quick
have no idea
something
how to do
like
that, honestly.
What did you say?
I have not learned that, and I don't think I will ever learn it.
I don't judge.
Wow, that down air almost killed with a bounce off the stage, removing 25% of force. The ground pound read on the spot dodge, and that's Swara gone.
He didn't even care about dying there. All he needed was, well, I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a distraction, intimidation, or just for the slight chance of hitting that ground pound. Either way, it did work out for him, and we are now going to be jumping into game 3, where if Akno wins this, he will have won after the bracket reset.
Yep. I just noticed that Akno's hat is transparent. You can see the hair through it.
Yes.
I don't know why that matters, but you can see the hair.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Brawl.
Okay. Demon Island 0 for out. I'm pretty sure they agreed on this back in winners finals.
No, I'm pretty sure they agreed on this in top 8. Just each player.
Whoa,
Oof,
grab
nice.
Swara.
Nice ground pound.
Akno still has stuff to
Wow.
recover. No, he does not. Swara sort of grabbing that GC like ground pound, finishing off the stock, getting a lead early on. Akno is on the sword as well, sort of weapon starving him, not letting him get it.
Akno now on the sword. Sword versus sword. Akno looking for any openers while Swara is just trying to outmaneuver him. Gets hit by the side sig. Trying to recover back up. Dodges the ground pound perfectly. Hits him with the Sear. Weapon throw hits too. Trying to keep it going. Misses the D-sig. There are so many things happening on the screen right now.
Oh man,
was
Swara is ready to weapon serve Akno. Now that he's got great sword, Swara, I think Swara is going to struggle a little bit. There he goes, almost gets the kill. Nope, Swara just gives it up. Nope, Akno gave it back. Nope, Swara gave it back again.
What is happening? That was so close. Swara had 2 very unfortunate misses. His bow ground pound was just like 10 pixels away from hitting, which would have probably KO'd or led to a KO. And then that last Sear after what he got on the left-hand side.
I don't know if that was greedy or if he thought that he needed that to get back, or if he thought that, you know, Akno would edge guard him if he just went to the wall.
I wouldn't call it greedy because it was so close that it's okay if you misjudge it by like 5 pixels. Like, that was so close to hitting.
Oh, the side sig.
Goes for the ground. What the? Goes for the ground pound. Doesn't work. Jumps once. There's dead.
Acno moment.
Swada coming back on the sword, looking for any KO who will get. He misses the ground. He misses the recovery. Acer would probably have killed. He's still able to take the stock down though with minimal damage taken.
Acno going outside unarmed, not afraid of Soda's sword. And getting his own. Oh no.
It is it. If Akno manages to get the kill, that will make him the champion for this tournament.
Soda needs to win 3 games in a row without dropping a single one to Acno. And it's not looking good for him.
In this current game, Akno looking for just a single downlight or a side sig. Anything.
Demon
The
Island.
into the air! Into the air! Akno, after the bracket reset, is going to be the winner of SummerSlam Redux 2021.
GG's. That was a 3-0 after a 3-2 grand final. Going into the reset, Acno getting it clean with a JN. GG's, everybody. Thank you to all of you wonderful people for coming in and viewing. Thank you to all of these players for participating and putting out such an amazing show for us. It was so nice to cast. Thank you, Polymonto, for being such a great co-caster, and thanks to all the backstage people for organizing this tournament and helping make this happen. GG, guys. See you next week with a 2v2.